Hello, friends. Welcome into this new thing that we're doing every once in a while. It's going to be a somewhat regular thing, probably like I think it's going to be about maybe once or twice a month, depending on how things go. But welcome. This is called the Jet Wave. You may have noticed that logo. Hopefully you liked it. So today is going to be a special day. We are going to be interviewing one of the best streamers that I know, one of the first that I've become friends with. His name is Talonis. You may know him. So the way this is going to go, just so you guys know, you guys can set some expectations. This is going to be pretty much a conversation between me and Talonis. And the way it'll work is I may not be as focused on chat. We may not be as focused on chat while we begin, but there's going to be an interview part. Then we're going to stop for some Q&As, and then we will take a brief break, and we're going to come back with Monster Hunter. And so Talonis, who is kind of like a Monster Hunter expert, if you will, is gonna kind of show me the ropes. I've only gotten to the very beginning parts of Monster Hunter Rise, and so he's gonna kind of teach me things. But we're gonna chat for a bit before we get there. Once we go into the game, we'll be a little bit more like normal. We'll be kind of interacting with chat a bit more. You'll notice that the channel points are not there, and the alerts are off, mostly because I just want to focus on the conversations. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Now, one thing that you can do that would be of great help is we are going to have a part that is Q&A, like I mentioned. We've already received some questions in the Discord. However, if you would like to ask Talonis some questions, I know you've got them. I mean, he's Australian. There's so many things you can ask an Australian. Go ahead and highlight your message with your channel points, because it'll allow me to find them later a lot easier. So, please do that. But without further ado, I think we are all here to really see him. So let's go ahead and switch over. Talonis, welcome in. How are you doing?
Hello, welcome everybody. Man, I have to say, that intro, so good.
Did you
So
like
good.
it?
I
I
did.
was working real hard on it.
Yeah. How is everybody going? Man, it looks good. And your new background behind you, love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
You will have to see the because I don't know if you could hear it. Because we've been setting this up, but go back and listen to the audio, because the song is so good. I was like trying to figure out how do I find a song that's very like I mean, the fist bump soundtrack is so like, it's iconic, and so this
It
needs
is.
to be
It
almost
really is. I'm
equally iconic.
trying to think of other iconic things that are around the place, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Oh, I like that mug. Where did you get it?
Not
I
bad,
wish
not
I had a
bad.
Talonus mug. This just feels weird.
Well, somebody told me that it was kind of a prerequisite to be on the jet wave.
Mm.
You have to have some sort of merch. I didn't have a shirt or a jacket or anything like that or a sticker, so the closest thing I had was a coffee mug. So,
Really, this shirt
uh,
that you're wearing should be merch. You should like go on
well,
AliExpress,
technically it is
buy as
merch.
many of them as you can, and then just ship them to people, even if they don't ask for it.
Mm, yeah,
It's
and then
good.
get
I
sued
think
for
it should
copyright.
be a part of your like merch line.
Yeah, but no, welcome. Thank you so much for the honor of being the first person to join the jet wave, other than you, obviously. Um,
Well,
and yeah, just being here, just having a chat and just hanging out. It's good. It's
hey, no
a very
problem.
very different format, but I'm feeling very comfortable. I hope you are. But
Hmm.
cheers.
I am. One of the one I've mentioned this before when I was announcing this, but I think I was like, who would I choose first to be on the jet wave? And without question, my first I was like, it has to be Talonus, because I know that we'll be able to have a conversation without any kind of like issue. Um, and then I can kind of worry about, oh gosh, is this working? Is this uh, we can we can
Worst case for break with the audio.
Right, exactly. Um, but all right, so I know that most people um, here probably know who you are. I mean, you have a command in our chat. But for those that may watch this later, because this will be going up on our YouTube and stuff, tell us a little about yourself. Tell us who, what you know about your stream, etc.
So for those that don't know me, Talonis, Australian streamer, variety streamer. I very rarely actually ever finish a game, but yeah, I like to play it. It's good. I don't really have any set thing I play. I guess I made my break with Animal Crossing, I would
Mm.
say. That's the main game I started with. But I'm sure we'll get into that down the track there. But other than that, I'm just a general dude, likes to chat, hang out, make friends, and play video games. I mean, it sounds so cliche and so textbook, slap that on your bio, but that's me.
Hey,
So
that's okay. I think that's great. I think that's great. And I mean, you've
hmm,
you've kind of been dabbling a little bit into more VR stuff. I feel like
I have,
recently.
I have, and I would like to explore that avenue a little bit further as well.
Hmm.
But streaming VR is a lot more work than any other type of content I've been doing. So
I
yeah,
could imagine. I can barely make the Switch run smoothly, so I feel like doing VR would be it'll be a little bit more difficult.
mind you, I don't know about you, but I have more problems with my capture card just deciding not to work sometimes. I have to unplug the USB, plug it back in, and it's like, oh yeah, here we are, got it. In fact, I had to do that today when I was setting up as well.
Oh
So
no! Oh dang!
yeah, um,
Um,
yeah.
so let's rewind for a bit. Let's take it back a minute or
Mhm.
two. Tell us about uh, kind of growing up. I'm kind of curious because I don't think I've ever asked this, but like,
Thought you were about to say you haven't quite done it yet. Sorry.
wait, what?
No, never mind. Carry on, carry on.
I missed that. I missed that.
I
I'll
just said, oh,
rewind later. I'll see what I
let me
missed.
ask you about growing up because I haven't quite, and I thought you were going to say done that yet.
Oh, because I haven't quite done that myself. You're right. Well, I am 5'6", so I'm
Hey,
still hoping to grow up just a little bit more.
aren't
I
we
think
all
I
just
at
growing up?
least I think I at least reach like 5'8" or 5'9". I think that's we're on the cusp of that.
Can get platform
So
shoes for that though.
they do. They also
I
have
think a lot of
surgery for
cosplayers use
that,
them,
but apparently it's incredibly painful.
and shoes are cheaper.
Also true. Also true. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, sorry, derailed in
no.
like
So
three minutes in.
I was just wanting to know, like, growing up, how one, if you have any stories about growing up in Alaska. I mean, Alaska. That's me. I live here. If you growing up in Australia, how does that?
So
How did that
yeah,
go? I'm
well,
curious.
I ate a lot of food. Um,
Okay.
I guess
What
I
are
don't really have anything. I don't
what are
really have
like
anything to compare it to, but wheat bix. I did eat a lot of wheat bix. So anyone here that's
Weetabix?
Australian, wheat bix, not Weeter bix.
Wheat
And it's not even
Bix.
spelled like wheat. It's Wheat
Okay.
Bix.
Okay.
Um,
Wheat Bix.
wheat bix, exactly. Yep. So they're just a block of wheat compressed down, and you just pour milk onto them, and you're good to go. Um,
Is it like
yeah,
cereal?
it's funny actually. Yeah, cereal. Yeah. So
Oh,
cereal.
okay. Okay. I was imagining just like chips of some kind.
Oh, kind of like fat, long, elongated block-shaped chips. Yes.
Okay.
But we've got so I had a lot of them growing up, and that's still a big staple, and I would say most Australian households have
Okay.
that. And it's used a lot with our cricket marketing, sports. It's just like
Oh,
a nutritional type of breakfast thing.
and
But
it's like a wheat like
a
it's made
wheat
out of
biscuit,
wheat,
yeah,
right? Is that what it is?
yeah,
Is that the
it's
joke?
100% wheat. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Well, I
okay.
don't quote me on that. I'm sure it's not 100% wheat, but
100% wheat. You heard it here, everybody.
yeah. But no, I it was hot. I
Okay.
mean, it was hot.
Makes sense.
So we went to, and I remember some of our primary schools had, not all of them had air conditionings So
Mm.
if the temperature got to about 30, 35 degrees, I want to say. It
Okay.
might have been hotter than that, which for the rest of the world, that's about, I want to say 90-ish,
Yeah, I was gonna say
somewhere around
it's
there.
yeah, that's super hot. I would be
Yeah,
incredibly uncomfortable.
it's hot. And it's a dry heat too. It's a very dry heat where I grew up, and the shade was also hot. Like the shade didn't give you any protection, put it that way.
Mm.
It did from the sun, but not from the heat. If you can imagine that. I don't know if
Right.
anyone's been to a desert before, but it's pretty much the same type of heat.
Okay, so it's a
Where I
pretty
grew up, it was
dry
very
heat.
hot. So a bit of context, I was born in the western side of Australia, grew up
Mm.
in the middle of Australia, and now I've migrated to the eastern side, and that's probably where I'll die. So yeah, we've
Is that
kind
a
of
threat?
wait. Did I just threaten myself?
I don't know.
Mm.
It just felt
But,
real intense. I don't know.
no. So I grew up there. It was hot, but the schools would close once it hit that certain temperature, and you go home. And it'd be, oh, cool. Now I've got to walk home in the middle of the day when it's the hottest part of the day. I'm like, looking back at you, it's not really that safe.
No, I don't think none of this is what you're describing
Yeah.
sounds
Uh,
like something I
um,
want to do, even now as an adult.
yeah, exactly. I don't go outside when it's hot. Come on. But no, it was pretty good, I suppose. I mean, we do have the privilege of having a lot of beaches, pretty much most places wherever you
Mm,
live, because most of the capital cities are along the coast somewhere.
okay.
Because the rest of the inland isn't too good for cities.
Mm,
So beaches are a big thing. You wouldn't think of it by looking at me, but sun smart, put on sunscreen.
good, good. Now, do you
Uh,
enjoy the heat, or do you
it was
like
just
winter?
there.
Okay.
It's just there. As I said, it's kind of like a desert where I grew up as a child.
Mm,
Um, Other parts of Australia are quite different, but where I grew up, it was very hot, dry heat. But then when it rained, it was cold. It was the
mm,
polar opposite.
I see.
And night times it got, I want to say cold, but not really cold. Probably like the nighttime was probably like an English summer.
Okay. That sounds lovely, but I have no context for that. But an
An
English
English summer
summer
would
just
be close
sounds
to,
like
just go to sleep.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
no, it was good.
so
No,
growing
if you're
up
wondering about
there,
animals and endangered. Sorry.
what were you gonna say about animals? I was actually about to ask you about that.
Oh, okay. If you're wondering about animals and things like that, kangaroos would, yeah, just be around. Like they would sit on the school ovals. Now, I know when I said this to you the other day, you're like, what's an oval?
I didn't.
So I
A
don't know if
school
that's something the
oval
rest of
means nothing to me.
interesting.
I
That's
don't
very,
think
very interesting. So
we didn't have any ovals as far as I'm aware of.
oval, so the oval shape,
Yes,
like squished circle.
I'm familiar. I've seen
Um,
one or two.
yeah, they would be the sport, like the grassy areas, um, the grassy areas in the school. So, where you'd go and play your sports or you'd play
Oh,
whatever. It was the grass area on the school. Um, do you not have that in other parts of the world? I don't know. I've just always assumed
I
because
mean,
obviously Australia
like
has a
an
lot of
oval area
outdoor
where
places.
there's mostly like sports grass, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Wow, this is fascinating.
there's a lot of grass. At least when I was growing up, there was the school had lots of grassy areas. We had like one school that went to had the Grove, but it was like it had
Yeah,
trees and stuff. But that I don't think that's
geez, trees in a schoolyard.
yeah.
That yeah.
But we have like a football field, and
It would be like a football field that was used for sports as well, but also during recess and lunch, you could go kick a ball out there if you're that type of sporty person, or if you're the other crew that sat in the back corner near the fence with the other person on lookout for the teachers, that type of crew. Um,
and apparently
yeah,
kangaroos also.
kangaroos in the morning and evenings. They're not there during the day. So
Dang,
in the mornings, if you got there early enough, you would see them all almost like sunbaking on the oval, just laying
interesting.
there in their little herd. Um,
Did you have any
Yeah,
run-ins
those
with
were
them?
wild. Sorry.
Did you have any like run-ins with kangaroo? Like, have you had
Uh,
any?
the
Even not
only
as a kid, but growing up.
when I was learning to drive, I did. Um,
Okay.
so it's a very real danger. I'd imagine to be similar to deer or other wildlife over there.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as dangerous as a bear, but driving along the roads. I'm not sure if I told you the story before, but I was coming home. It was about 6, 7 o'clock at night, so the sun was just starting to go down, and coming around the corner, there's this kangaroo starts hopping next to me, like just because it's a bit of a windy road. So kangaroo's
Yeah.
hopping on the thing next to me, and I'm like, oh shit. Next thing, this thing has it just jumped into the side of my car, just literally
No way.
jumped, hit the front bender of the car, toppled over, rolled down, got back up, and kept running. I'm like, well, not running, but hopping,
Yeah.
and I'm like, crap. Pulled over, checked my car. Yeah, it broke my window, dented the side of the car in. I'm like, broke the light, sorry, dented the side of the car. Um, Yeah, but no, I looked at it and it was fine. It was perfectly fine. It was just a hopping mass of muscle just slammed into my car. And
So did it catch up to you, like just
it
by
because I
hopping?
was because I had come around a corner, so it was a bit
Mm.
slower, and then I was driving off. It was just yeah, running alongside. They can move pretty fast. Once they
Dang.
get up to speed, they're pretty quick.
Dang. That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah,
I can't imagine.
but no, no,
We were looking at pictures of kangaroos the other day. Just it's just stuff that
you
me and
were.
Talonus do. We were looking at pictures of kangaroo the other day, and
I so
it's one of those animals that is just so different from anything that we have up here, and so it's hard for me to imagine this giant jumping animal just running around that you can just come across. It's hard for me to imagine that. I know up here in Alaska we have like moose and bear,
yeah,
but like I don't know, they seem more normal or like
yeah.
I
So
don't know.
if
They
I
just
saw a
kind of
moose,
slowly walk
yeah.
around unless they're chasing you, but I don't know.
I would be
Kangaroos.
terrified if a moose was looking at me here. Put it that way. If I'll be like, why do you have horns on your head
That's
that
fair.
want to capture 7 people at once while you're charging through a crowd? Like that's what a moose does.
I guess that's fair. Man, that's so
Yeah.
cool though. So,
Mm.
growing up, when did you start getting into like nerdy stuff?
Always, always have.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, yeah. Ever since I can remember, my grandma had a an Atari. So, even when I was a wee little kid,
Mm.
she would plug the Atari games in and we'd be playing, Pong, Superman. There was a really good one, Hero. Yeah, it was not Hero Quest. It might have been Hero Quest,
Hmm.
but it's not the Hero's Quest that's out now. It was a different one. But
Oh,
yeah, so
okay.
always right from there. My dad had a Commodore 64. He had the
Wow.
Amiga. He had all those older computers. So I some of my childhood games were Mortal Kombat. 7 discs on the Amiga.
Dang.
Things like that. So
That's
here I am, a
crazy.
little kid playing these games. Um,
So it's shaped you to
turning
who
into an
you are
animal and stuff.
now. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Um,
So
but
violent. No, just kidding.
yeah, yeah. So always been into it, and just I think about then I didn't have another computer until later because I wanted to play StarCraft.
Mm.
Um,
Hmm.
mm, yeah, the old 12 mega RAM. I need to upgrade that to 16. Just saying.
Dang.
But no, I was always a console person growing up.
Okay.
And the funny story is, yeah, Viper. I was actually sorry. Can I just acknowledge Viper one
Sure.
second?
Yeah.
He's the reason I got into StarCraft. I know we're not looking too much at chat. I mean, I'm looking at it, but I'm not.
Hey, you do what you want. I can't control you. I'm not your
So
boss.
yeah, Viper and I were getting into StarCraft, and that's the whole reason I got a computer, got all there, and all that type of stuff. So, um, they're very good times. But while he stayed on the computer route, I went down the more simple route of life and started going to consoles,
Nice.
and didn't look back until about 5 years ago.
That's
So
fair. What made you switch
yeah,
to PCs at that point, or start getting a better PC?
I think because I don't. Without going into detail, I knew a guy that knew a guy that knew an uncle that would have all the games that were available, but they were for the PlayStation. You know what I meant?
Wink. Yes. Uh, I see. Yeah, it's that Australian thing that you're talking about. It's a thing that's only in Australia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That we don't know
So
about, but
it,
yeah, I get it.
it was easier to play games on a console back then. Um, but no, I had. So I remember for Christmas one year, they were asking. Oh, I said I wanted a game console,
Mm.
and to my hindsight, I kick myself every time I tell this story. But I got a Game Boy Color. No, Clear. It was the Game Boy Clear for one
Okay.
Christmas, and yeah, it had Zelda, Pokemon, and I think Metroid. I was not happy. I was a spoiled little kid, and I'm like, I don't want this one. I want the Sega. I wanted to play Sonic. Damn it. Damn it.
Oh
I should have kept that thing.
no.
Should have kept it. Um, so they ended up taking it back, and we got a Sega Mega Drive 2, and I got Sonic 3, and that was my personal first console. But then I went through Sega, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, this small PlayStation 1.
Dang.
I didn't have a PS2. I switched over to Xbox, and
Okay.
then yeah, and then just kept on going through after that. So
Dang. So, all right. So, a lot of video games. Were you like mostly like kind of a video game nerd, or did you branch out in other things, or what was kind of what did that look like?
I would say mostly video game. Uh, I didn't really. I like sci-fi. Don't get me wrong.
Mm,
One of my childhood movies was Aliens. Uh,
okay. Dang.
yeah,
All right.
great
Cool.
great movie for a
Cool. Cool.
child.
Cool.
Um, and yeah, so I liked that type of thing. I think that kind of shaped the sci-fi route I went down later in life. So you watch, yeah, yeah, went through Aliens, and that kind of yeah, really shaped the type of sci-fi I enjoyed. So I didn't watch a lot of Stargate or Star Trek. I watched a lot of Star Wars,
Okay.
um, that type of thing. But I never really got into the books, comics, anime,
Mm,
anything like that. Um, and it's kind of like that still today. I consider myself a bit of a like a nerd like that, but I it took me I only just watched Evangelion for the first time last year.
yeesh.
So that shows you
Yeah.
the type of, and it took me I think 4 months to watch it. So
I'm surprised. Wait, did you finish it?
yes I did. Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I said it took me about 4 months.
Every time we try to get you to watch something, I feel like you usually end up watching the first episode and then we never hear
Yeah.
anything from that after that point. Whether you
Sounds like
liked
my
it or not,
game.
it's just
Oh no, that's the thing. I generally like all of it, but I don't have a lot of time that I allocate to watching a TV series or
that's fair.
because if I'm not a big movie watcher or a TV
Mm,
show watcher. If I'm sitting down in front of a TV, I'm generally playing games.
yeah.
So I don't. I find it very hard to watch more than one episode of anything in a row.
Mm.
I don't know why, but I can sit there for 12 hours and play the same game. I don't get it.
It's okay. I mean, everyone has their own interests, so I mean, it's
Yeah,
totally good. Some people can sit down and watch like, you know, full TV shows, just binge watch them, and some people prefer to watch movies instead. So it's like it's just kind of
yeah.
a different thing.
Although
But
for anybody that's ever getting people picking on them, going, "Why do you play games so much?" and blah blah blah. I have the best comeback for that. And when they go, "How do you sit there all weekend playing games?" I just turn around and go, "Did you just sit there on Netflix all weekend and binge watch a whole TV series?" Exactly the same thing.
totally,
And they go, "Oh, wait, yeah, you're right." I'm like, "Yeah, you watch TV shows? I play games."
it's so true, so true. I've always I mean I've had a lot of friends who were kind of mixed. They enjoyed video games, but I've always been the nerdier one usually. Shocking.
Yeah.
And but I've had some friends who like really love sports or whatever, and I think it's always really interesting because this is kind of a side tangent, but a lot of times people are like, well, why would you play a video game or whatever? Like, we could be watching football or whatever. Like, it seemed like, and I think in their minds, and there's nothing wrong with watching sports and being a huge fan of sports, whatever. But I think a lot of times
Yeah.
they forget,
No,
they equate, I think, playing the sport with watching it. And I'm like,
no.
if you are out playing all the time, that's a different story, maybe. If
Yeah.
you're like, hey, I'm on some, just like community teams or whatever. But you're still like sitting down watching them eating snacks. That's probably what you're doing. Um, so I'm like, there's really not that much of a
Probably the
difference. But
fantasy football.
yeah,
Which
exactly. So
come into the realm
I
of
don't know.
video games? I don't know.
What was
Do you
that?
think? Do you think fantasy football falls into the realm of video games?
Oh, interesting.
I don't think it does. I think it comes into simulation,
I was gonna say it's
which
maybe more of an
borderline.
RPG, like a table. It's more like D&D than.
Maybe if you could level up the footballers,
That'd be awesome.
scan
Um,
in your amiibo cards
that
and get that DLC.
Okay, everyone ignore that. That's our idea. We're gonna make that now. Uh, ignore that.
I'm just
We're
going to
this
swap
is
the first and last letters of their name around so we don't get copyrighted.
You're right. Exactly. This is our thing. Well, oh my gosh, because it's called fantasy football.
Uh,
Like, like we okay. We got this. Does anybody actually own fantasy football, or is that just what
what's
people
that?
call it?
Football teams do?
What was
I don't
that?
know. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, is there a
Maybe we
fantasy
make our own.
football like organization? Can we do that?
Maybe it's the
Can
next
we make
spin-off
that?
to the Twitch underdogs, but we got Twitch fantasy streamers
Perfect. Guys, this is how we're
who stream a
making
football.
all of our money. We have good ideas here. We have good ideas here. I'm glad nobody's watching.
Zero execution.
I'm just kidding. Uh, um, so, okay, that's actually really interesting, though, going back for a second, because I feel like, and maybe this is just me, I feel like you don't strike me as necessarily like the most like stereotypical like nerdy person. I think if I were to just meet you out in public, unless you started talking about video games, I don't think I would be like this guy. I bet this guy plays video games. Whereas
Yeah,
I think a
yeah.
lot of people maybe
Um,
say that about me.
the amount of people I have got to buy either a 3DS or a Switch or a Wii U is I should be getting shares in Nintendo. I'm telling you. In the workplace, I take all that stuff to work and I play it at work and my previous jobs too. And before you know it, 4 or 5 months later, there's a group of us all sitting around the lunch tables all playing.
Dang.
I'm that guy.
Yeah. Okay, so most people then know. It's a thing that you wear proudly then.
Oh yeah, I sit in the tea room at work playing Animal Crossing, and I've had a couple of the people I was training once they came up and said, "And this is the guy who's teaching us how to be here, um, sitting here playing Animal Crossing in the lunch room." I'm like, so I'm sure you're going to go watch Netflix when you break, aren't you?
I mean, I can't think of a better way to de-stress though from like a workday,
Oh,
even if it's in the middle of a
15,
workday,
20
is
minutes.
right.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
go.
I can go the other way and play a round of Smash Brothers online, hook up to
Fair,
Wi-Fi, away I go,
fair.
and then I walk downstairs and I'm all angry because I went on a losing streak because I'm not good at that
have
game.
Have you had like any kind of tournament or anything with your workmates, or you should if you
Not at
haven't?
this current one. We did at our old place. We did I think it went over. I want to say a week, maybe.
Mm,
Uh, no, it was probably about 4 hours or so. We did a Amiibo knockout tournament in Super
dang.
Smash Brothers on the Wii U. Um, so the weeks leading up to it, we would train our Amiibos, and then we had I think it was 8 Amiibos in a knockout fight to the
That's
end, and
amazing.
then whoever's Amiibos were knocked out, we had to delete the files off them, so they were not worthy of staying trained up.
Wow, that's so good. That's
Yeah,
such a good
so
idea.
yeah, I don't think I could get away with that in my current workplace, so let's just put it
That's
that way.
fair. That's
Uh,
fair. Okay, so question: amidst
yes.
amidst all the video games and life stuff, We had a couple of people ask questions about a little known person in your life named Laura.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sophia. But Laura's also little.
We probably
Yes,
did
she's
get a
five
lot of
foot
Sophia
three.
questions.
5'3"?
um,
No, I think
where
she's shorter than 5'3". Might be 5'1".
Sophia?
I don't know. No, geez, Sophia's 5'1". Right. Jeez.
I mean, I don't know.
Hmm,
Australian animals might be
That's
dogs
true.
might
That's
be a
true.
lot bigger.
Um, yeah. All right.
So
I
how
think
did
she's five
you
one.
where did you guys meet? How did that happen?
So we met through some friends. I was invited to come along, and we went to the horse races, believe it or not. So yes, I
Oh.
did went to an outdoor function that when you go, look at Talonis. He looks like the type of guy that goes out to the cup racing or whatever you
That's
call it. I
amazing.
don't know what you call it.
Where is like
Um,
is there a big horse racing track? Is horse racing popular in Australia, or is it just like there's a place that has
it's a
this?
thing that it's just a thing that some yeah, yeah. Like
Okay.
anything that you can bet on, it makes money. It has a big turnout.
I suppose.
Mainly you go there for the drinking though, back
Okay,
then.
okay, okay.
So, well, and now. But we do have one big race, the Melbourne Cup, that the race that stops
Oh,
the nation. Um,
dang.
where yeah, everyone stops at I think it's 11 o'clock. The race is on. Basically, the whole country stops, watches
No
this race,
way.
and it goes back to work.
When is that?
Um,
Was it like summertime, or when do they run that?
it's like nowish somewhere. I don't know. I think it's been cancelled this year. Um,
Oh,
but so we met at the horse races there. We were there with friends, and I think we. So this is going back now. It's hard to believe that there was a time before dating apps and things like that where you would get someone's phone number and then call them back the next day. I don't know. Have we
incredible.
heard about those tales from distant past times?
Tell me these fantasy stories that you're that that we
That
don't
blow me.
know. Australia
Uh,
is such an interesting land. By the way, what? How
no, no,
long
but
ago was this? When? Like what year? Like
we have
ish?
been together for almost 14 years.
Dang!
Yes. Yeah. You wouldn't think that, but we have. I
That's
think.
awesome.
Yeah. We were together for 10 years before we got married.
Mm,
And then we decided one day before our 10-year anniversary, we would get married. So
dang,
um,
that's awesome. 14 years. That's amazing.
it might be 13.
13, 14. I mean, still that.
It's around that somewhere. I don't know. What is time at the moment? No one knows.
I don't know.
Um, but yeah, no, we've been together for quite a long time. Um,
So you guys
it
met at a
might be
horse race.
12. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. Is it 12 or 13? It's
Oh,
somewhere between 12 and 14 years.
the only
Um,
person that I know that long, I think, I mean, it's like the fast food person in the window. I mean, I think they know me by name. You know, went
it's 12
goes
years.
to all of my family
So
functions, all that stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Uh, it's all right. I think. Sorry, 12 years. Yeah, it's 12 years
okay,
because
12. Still,
yeah, maybe
that's
12
a
and a half. I
great
don't know.
many years.
Let's not talk. It's not
Yeah,
about the time. It's about the quality. But yeah, so
right.
we met at the horse races.
100%.
We got together not that day actually. We did the whole couple of date things, believe it or not. So we
Ooh.
messaged each other, then we jumped on I think one of the messaging services at the time, and we went to the beach and had a bit of a beach date. That was nice. Came back, went to
Oh,
the movies, and then I think the next date we got together. So
do you remember
yeah.
what movie did you guys watch?
Ooh, oh shit. No. Um, that's weird because I normally remember everything else. I know the first we took her on a date on a large like river cruise boat that had like a three-course meal and yeah, it's like a big
Dang,
boat type thing.
that's awesome.
But I don't remember the movie.
It's okay. I was
You
just
know, the other
curious.
part's not.
I was curious if it was
Yeah.
like a good movie or a bad one. Like, Uh,
Not a movie that stays in your mind. Put it that way.
okay, fair. Apparently
Because
not.
that's the
Apparently
I
not.
remember. Um, no idea. Can't even think of remotely if it was a comedy, horror, action, romance. I got no idea. No
And
idea.
then, but pretty much after that, you guys have been together
Yep.
since that time. That's crazy. That's awesome. We will get to some questions about some more specific questions about Lara
Mm.
in a little bit. But that's crazy. That's super cool. That's great. Lara is such a fun staple in your channel whenever she pops in, especially when she's trying to scare you while you're playing
She's amazing.
VR.
I can hear her though. She doesn't realize that the quest doesn't close your ears off. So I can hear the footsteps coming. I'm like, the only time I didn't was when I was really paying attention and I could hear it, like there's too much sound going on. And that's when she crept in and got me. Um,
It is
I,
funny. We can tell there are
I'm really
times where you're
hoping.
like, I know you're there.
Yeah, and I can see at the bottom of it.
Oh,
So when she goes down lower to try and sneak under the camera, but ducking down means I can see you because I
you're
can
right.
see the floor.
That is
Maybe she needs to
amazing.
crawl across the ceiling like an exorcist.
Wow, that would be scary.
Yeah, that would
That
actually. Actually, then
that's
she'd
a
hit the ceiling
commitment.
fan, and that'd be a whole different type of horror game.
Yeah, that'd be a commitment to the bit if she crawled on the
Yeah.
ceiling just to scare you.
Mm.
But
She
I'd
probably poked
applaud
me
her
with a
for
long
that.
stick. That might work too.
That would also. Dang, she should get
Yeah.
one of those like sticks that have like a hand on it at the very end, so it's like it's also it's not just a stick,
Or,
but it feels like a hand.
or have you ever seen those sticky hands you can throw across and then kind of pull them back?
Yeah, yeah,
Start slapping me on the leg
yeah.
with the sticky hand.
That'd be amazing. Um,
Yeah.
so
Right.
okay,
Um, carry on.
at what point did you decide you wanted to start a Twitch account and
So
start streaming? I should say.
I know this point. It was a short while after Animal Crossing came out. So Lara and I were both playing Animal Crossing, and for whatever reason, she's not a big gamer, but this game grabbed her.
Mm,
So much so until the island was deleted, she actually never missed a day playing it.
dang.
So, and that was the same with Pocket Camp. Um, but she wanted to make some friends, and so she jumped on Reddit,
Mm,
and she just saw someone was saying, "Oh, you can add me as a friend. That's fine." So we went over to his island to visit, and as we're flying the island over, there was they made a custom panel on the ground that said twitch.tv forward slash, and if you don't mind the shout out to
sure.
this
Yeah.
guy, Coco Vision. And
Mm,
yeah, I think you've mentioned, or you've probably met them a few times, I think.
yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so Coco, I thought, oh, okay, what's this twitch.tv thing that all the kids are talking about these days? I knew what it was. um, like, oh,
Okay.
let's jump
Cool.
in there and see. He was actually live at the time.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so and this was a Sunday morning, about the same time the Jet Lounge is on, actually.
Mm,
So um, had that, started watching him, and just really then noticed the what Twitch could be, and I was watching him
mm,
build up this community and just how nice. And before that, everything I thought on Twitch was pro gamers. They were really good setup. Just I didn't think I could do that type of thing.
mm.
So after watching this a few times, they changed their streaming schedule to a time that we couldn't quite watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Um, so we looked around a little bit more, and I think that's when I dropped into Tank Media and
Oh.
also Shells and those core groups that I was hanging out with a lot at the beginning. And I was just chatting and just really getting to know them. And all these people were so amazing, so great. And the type of streamer I thought that if I was to stream, it would to be like these guys.
Mm,
So nice, chilled, relaxed, just doing their own thing, having a talk and building up that nice community around them. So thank you to Tank Meat. I've mentioned this hundreds of times to him.
mm.
Tank's like, oh, sorry. But yeah, that's basically then I thought, I think I can give this a shot. I can give this a try. And I didn't have anybody else that I knew that was streaming. I didn't reach out to those people that I was already looking up to at the time to ask them questions. I just thought, why would they want to be bothered by me?
Mm.
So I did it stupidly the hard way, and I advise anybody else to reach out to those people that are their inspirations and just ask them questions. They'll let you know if they're happy to help. Um, but so I got most of my information from YouTube and other bits and pieces like that, and just kind of fumbled my way through it for a few months, and then realized, okay, some things I just don't know and I can't find them out. So that's when I started asking. Um, but that's how I got there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a really cool way to go about doing it. Because I think I would have been not scared, but like I don't know. It would have been. I think it would have been hard for me to just reach out to people. I'd been like, they're too famous. That's how even
You
even
don't.
small channels. I'd be like, oh, they're too famous.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to me.
Well, that's how I felt. I felt exactly the same. And like Lara and I are completely different Twitchers now.
Mm.
Um, she's a massive lurker, but she's always lurking. Like she's always somewhere. But she won't pop in and say hello. She won't do any of that. She's just that viewer. So
Mm.
that's kind of how I saw the other side of it. Whereas if I got the time and if I'm generally popping into someone's chat, I can't do two things at once. This goes back to why I don't finish anime and why I don't finish games
Yeah.
because I can't do two things at once. Um, I if I'm chatting at someone's, it actually happened the other night in I'm gonna say Tank stream again. I tried to jump into Final Fantasy while I was watching his 24 hour, and I got our party wiped twice because I was the healer, but I was paying more attention to the chat.
Amazing.
So I actually just left that dungeon. I'm a toxic person, toxic. So I left that purely then focused on chat. And I find it very hard. I try to balance, and when I do try to bounce between, and other times I'll just sit here and go, I don't know what game to play. 2 hours later, I've just been chatting. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not playing anything now. Yeah,
Couldn't be me. Getting distracted talking. I don't know. That doesn't seem like anything I'd be interested in.
yeah.
Uh,
What was the question?
yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
we've lost the
I
question at this
don't know.
point.
We're talking about something. I can't remember. What are we doing here?
Um,
Where are we? um. So okay. So you decide. So you started talking to people. You looked up on YouTube. Did you already
yeah,
have a lot of like the gear to even start, or did you have to kind of go out and?
PC. I had a PC, so I think my PC, and I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so I just used the um, video broadcast. I think it was for the very first time. I didn't even have a
Mm,
camera. I think I streamed Monster Hunter World. I think was one of the first games I started streaming.
mm.
Terribly, mind you, absolutely terribly, because trying to stream from the graphics of that, running it at the same time, and my PC wasn't upgraded by then, so I could barely run Monster Hunter as it is, let alone trying to stream from it at the same time.
Do you remember your
So
first stream?
vaguely, it was Monster Hunter World. Actually, originally, it was about 4 years ago on the PlayStation. I think I streamed some Tomb Raider, but I wouldn't count
Oh,
that. That was just like that was a built-in
okay.
PlayStation go live. Let's see how it goes type of thing. Um, I think it might have been Tomb Raider. Yeah,
I
but
like that.
once I got that and I realized, okay, I've started that. I think I streamed for a little bit, and then I shelved it for a couple of weeks, and I ordered a capture card. So when that
Mm,
came in, that's when I thought, okay, now I can do Animal Crossing. I knew I was going to do it anyway, but I didn't have the means to do it at that point. So I got the capture card, plugged it all in, docked it in, and I used the free software that came with it before I even looked at Streamlabs or OBS or anything like that. And just, I think I did maybe 4 streams with that. Then I downloaded Streamlabs, following some guides online and all that. As I said, I fumbled my way through right in
right.
the early days. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's it. And then it just fell into Animal Crossing, and I started streaming like every new streamer. Couldn't figure out my streaming schedule. It was just whenever I was home and turned on the camera.
Mm,
Um, until I narrowed it down. And I think I used to do, I think it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday
okay.
with the Saturday as well, I think. And then I realized that's way too much for me. I'm, um, yeah, and I think Spud will often remind me of this, but she goes, Do you remember when Talon used to only stream for like an hour and a half and on a like a 4 hour
I
stream? Like, I know.
I
Is
do
it too long?
remember that.
What am I doing?
Wow. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah. So keeps me humble.
So,
Yeah.
what were your going into it? Because
Mhm.
I think we, in some ways, it sounds like we have somewhat similar beginnings in that, like, I wasn't on Twitch as like a user for a long time before I started. I know a lot of people do that. They'll watch for a long time and then they decide to stream. I was like brand new to the platform uh, completely.
That's
What
cool.
were your expectations like going into streaming?
Very low. Uh, very low. I expected nobody to be there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm just gonna eat an M&M. Um,
go ahead.
Damn it, I was kind of trying to go very quiet so Sophia didn't hear it. Yeah, my expectations, and they are pretty much probably the same as they are now.
Mm,
I want to stream, have an area where somebody can come, hang out. I'm not, I'm not super serious. I'm not chilled. I'm doing it as a hobby. It's not my. Everyone knows I work
mm,
uh quite a lot, so when I am here, I'm streaming. I enjoy it. I love doing it. I love connecting. I love talking to people.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's. I'm never going to take it to that extreme serious level that which I've got nothing wrong with people that want to do that. Um, but for me, that's not my goals. My goals are to purely as a hobby, enjoy it, enjoy myself, hopefully provide some good content and make someone's day happy. So
Mm, that's good.
that's it.
That's
Mm.
good. That's a very. I feel like it's a very healthy way to um, I don't know, manage your expectations, especially starting off, because I know a lot of people will have very high aspirations, which I think is good. But I think a lot of people maybe don't necessarily realize how difficult it can be
Yeah,
towards the beginning.
yeah. And the
When do, go on?
yeah, next question. Shoot, shoot.
No, 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 go. You go. No,
I was
you.
just going to say, I think my expectations were very realistic from the start because I the people I was watching already. Yeah, I wasn't watching the large streams of however many they have. Still, people rattle off big streams now, and I don't know who they are. I don't go looking for them. Um, so I don't have that expectation. And the tutorials and I did a lot of research before I started on YouTube and just advice and tips and all that type of stuff. And so I didn't jump into it completely blind. I
Mm,
knew what to expect going in, and for the most part, it was pretty much spot on. Like, I knew I was going to be sitting at this amount of area for a certain amount of time. So
mm, totally.
yeah.
Because I think it's something like the most streamers, or like the average number of viewers a streamer has, is less than three. I think.
Hmm.
I think it's like less than three for like that's the majority of streamers have channels have less than three concurrent viewers typically per stream. Um,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's good to have kind of
Even
expectations
to
and
this
you're kind of
day,
like
sorry, I was
no
going to say,
go.
even to this day now, if I'm sitting there at three, I'm happy. That's three people enjoying themselves, sitting there watching me while I'm playing some games, winding down for the day. That's
Mm,
that's yeah, that's perfectly fine with me.
mm.
I just realized I'm looking at the light instead of the camera there for some reason, and it was burning into my eyes for some reason. I think because I was thinking while I was talking.
Oh gosh. Telling us don't
Yeah,
head towards the light. You just come
but
back
it's
to
so
us.
bright.
uh,
Yeah,
amazing.
I need to move.
Um,
I need to move your camera so it's not right next to the light. There we go. Now
maybe
it's
that's
because I think I
might be a
moved
good
it
idea.
to kind of right there, and now I've moved it over to here. But that's fine.
um, so when did you start to kind of see like a community develop? Because I've your Discord, your channel, you have quite a few regulars that show up or are involved in a lot of your games that you play, and even off stream, you'll hop into your Discord and just be sitting in voice chat. Like, when did you start to see kind of like your community grow?
I would say it was probably a couple of months in.
Hmm.
That's when you really start noticing because I had a irregular streaming schedule. But once I started getting that schedule a little bit more tighter and narrow, that's when I started noticing the same people popping in. It was originally to start with Animal Crossing, but I think the core point of when I noticed that community was um, when we branched out and played Among Us.
Hmm.
Um, now, that
When's your next
was when I
Among Us
noticed.
stream?
Yeah, good question. Actually, I was thinking about it the other day. But I noticed in Among Us was the apex point where all these people that were popping in and out randomly throughout the chat
Hmm.
and enjoying the Animal Crossing stuff. We had the moment where we could all play the game together and chat in voice
Hmm.
and talk on Discord. It was all those points all coming together that really just hit home. Like, okay, this is the start of something here. That this is where the community part starts building. And almost every one of those people are still here today, and
Hmm.
I'm I'm very thankful and amazing for that. It's truly nice and humbling to see that these people have been here for the almost the better part of a year now, which is mind blowing. It's really is, and I've never met half of them in real
Yeah.
life, which is even more crazy. But I don't. I see. It's weird when I'm trying to, like, when you're at work and you're talking about your day, and you go, "Oh yeah, I hung out with my mate," and blah, blah. He was telling me, and like, "Wait, your friends in America?" I'm like, "Yeah." But being a virtual distance away doesn't really factor in.
Hmm.
I the experiences I have with everybody in here is just as real as having them in person.
So
So
true. Is that was that weird initially? Like
at
just
first, yeah,
making friends across the world and people you didn't know talking over Discord where you can't see their face or just hearing, random person's voice.
it was weird in the context that it wasn't a lot of the time to do with gaming. So obviously, being a long time gamer, I've always had people in chat. I've always had voice chat. I've always done that type of stuff for as long as you could. So, but that's a different type of thing. Like you get together, you're playing games. See you later. I'll chat to you next time we're playing games. This is different. This is a connection outside of the gaming space
Mm.
that I think that's the hardest part to convey to somebody else. And I guess you can relate it to, I suppose, how people get long distance relationships and they start, they meet people across the internet, and form a bond, love, and then move, meet each other, get married, etc. I'm not saying I'm going to marry all my community members, but I'm just saying
This is quickly
I can
turning
see how
into
it
a
happens.
cult. I don't know. No, just kidding.
It's a cult. Cult of Talonis. Oh no, that would be a pretty cool cult name though. Cult Talonis. Yeah,
Would it?
why not?
Would
I don't know.
it? I'm starting to
I'll
get
find a better
nervous.
name that doesn't use my actual
There,
name.
if in a year or 6 months I start, you tell me, "Hey, I'm not gonna be streaming anymore. I'm kind of moving out to this ranch. Uh, you should come." I'll be like, "Talonis? I don't know. Uh, as your friend, I need to tell you, I don't know if this is the best idea."
So you're going wrong, Jet. If you want to appeal as a cult leader, you need to approach to their beliefs. So,
Oh gosh,
Jet, I'm building a community where all the streamers and community can get together biannually. We can meet up as a group
I'm
for
there.
the first 2 years. After that, it's monthly. After that, it's an open ranch. If you want to stay here as long as you want.
Okay, done.
See?
Where do I
Yeah,
sign
play the
up?
long game with the cult.
How do I do I get to choose my own like apartment? Do we live in apartments or are we just like where are we? Where how
It's
do
open
we
communal living. Open living. Bring your own
Oh,
tent.
okay.
In fact,
So like
I'm going to take the
like
Tom Nook
tents?
approach here, and I'm going to get a good island getaway. You will build everything. You will pay for it all, and then I'm going to
I
close the borders.
I think that's what cult leaders do.
It's
I
pretty
think
much,
wait, is Animal Crossing a
yeah.
cult? I'm just
Oh,
realizing,
100% it is.
oh
Yeah.
no. What have I done? So you mean
Mm.
when my villagers move off my island,
They don't move
they're
off.
like
I'm
okay,
sorry.
right?
Yes, they're perfectly fine. They're in a happier place.
Vivian, no.
Oh, uh, That's
What,
good though.
what were we
That's
even talking about? Oh, community, building community, meeting people, all that sort of stuff. Hilarious. It's like, how did we get to
I mean,
cults?
community and cult both start with the same letter for a reason.
More like
No one
cult
quotes that.
community? I don't
Cult
know.
community. That sounds like you're
That
immune
should,
to cults.
well, actually, I was about to say, oh man, you should start the Taloni cult. Like that should be like your name for your like community. But I just remembered the Matty AP. He uses the cactus cult, so like it is a thing people use already. So
Yeah, but I think the difference between that is if you're joining something called the cactus cult, you know what you're getting into.
I suppose that's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah.
But a streamer, I don't get a streamer. I don't know what we what you would want to
Dreams
call it.
retreat.
Streamer
Oh,
ranch, the streamer whatever. That's true. It's a little bit more vague. We don't really know what we're getting ourselves into.
that's it.
That's
You got to play the
smart.
long game.
That's smart. We're learning a lot about
I've
you.
watched too
A
many of
lot
these.
more concerning
Actually,
things.
I haven't watched these shows. Lara's watched a lot of these how to build a cult shows. Maybe I should be concerned.
Sure. Sure. You're really showing us that. Um, so it's funny. Okay, so going back a second, I forgot to I think I forgot to mention this at the very beginning, but so part of the reason why we're doing this is because we have now been friends for a year,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Yeah.
crazy. I met you in September, via the internet, not in person. Um, but it was funny because I was watching an Australian streamer, the Matty AP, who I just mentioned, who's great streamer. At some point, though, because I've always thought Australians were super cool. I've always thought that they just are. There was at some point, I was working at a Best Buy, and an Australian came in and he needed help finding something, and I helped him, and he was like, "Ah, thanks, mate," and and I
Astra.
I didn't
You're done.
know.
That's it.
I was like, I didn't know that I needed an Australian to call me mate, but now I need that. Now I need it. It's a drug, um, and
You got bigger heart than mate.
I know. And so anyway, so I was watching the Matty AP, and at some point I was like, oh, if he's an Australian, he's streaming. I wonder if there are other Australian streamers on
About
right
12
now.
of us. Yeah.
Right, there's dozens.
We all only
Absolutely.
use the whole population of them.
It is funny. I feel like I was talking to somebody else, another Australian, and they said that they end up making more friends with like Americans than they do with like other Australian streamers. Just about. It just feels
Oh,
like,
I'd say that.
oh really?
Yeah, I would probably agree with. Um, Although lately I'm seeing more Australian stream, which is great. But I also just think the Australian to American or rest of the world ratio is so skewed though.
Mm.
And what I've noticed the most on Twitch is the rest of the world doesn't have a sleep schedule. I think most Australians do. So,
That's fair.
um, yeah, yeah,
I feel like I have to explain it often. I know, and I know you weren't trying to say anything, but I feel like a lot of people are like, Jet, why are you up so late? And I'm like, I'm a night owl. I don't know how else to explain it. I love staying up late. It's
yeah.
easy for me to do. I'm more awake at night than I am in the day.
Maybe there is a some sort of connection between the type of person that is on Twitch and the type of person that also likes to stay up late. Maybe there's a
I would
very real connection there.
I would take a gamble at that. I would
Yeah.
gamble that. I think that makes sense to me.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of the other nerdy people that I know who aren't on
Yeah.
Twitch tend to be very like night owl y. So I don't know. Um,
Yeah, but
but I was gonna
sorry.
say so the Matty AP, I ended up looking online at that time, like while he was streaming. I was like, I wonder if there are any other Australian streamers that are on. Let me see if I can find somebody. I started looking in Animal Crossing, because at that time I was mostly streaming Animal Crossing and just like a random indie game a week. And I came across your stream, and what caught my eye was you were working on your mech island, and you
Yes,
had
the infamous Neck
your title
Island.
was like or like working on a robot bay. Maybe it wasn't a mech island yet, but you were like working on a robot bay or
Oh, I think
something.
I remember the title for that. Was it the is a robot mech bay even possible? Let's find out. Or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that sounds about right. And
Yeah.
the title hooked me, and I was like, "What? Someone's building a robot bay? That's amazing!" And then I hopped in, and that was the start of it. I think I was just like, I just inserted myself
Fun
into your chat, basically.
fun fact though, I there's actually a clip of your first appearance in stream. Somebody has clipped
It's
that,
true.
and it's the very first time you were in there. I was going through my clips the other day and just having a look, and it was there. That's how I remember the title.
That's crazy. Was that also the same day as Hey Good Looking?
Think it might have been, yeah. Or if it wasn't, it was one very close to it. Um,
You should tell everyone about that because it is one of
hey,
my
good looking.
favorite stories. I think, and we've kind of forgotten about it for a bit, but I think it needs to come
Uh,
back.
it pops up on the quotes every now and then. No, Google, not you. Um, so I was reading chat as one does, but you know when you get to that point in your stream and you start skim reading the chat quickly, and you generally watch every third word or something like that, so you can get the quick glance of what they're saying.
Mm.
I did that, and it was they came in and they said, "Oh, this is looking great." No, this island, oh, this is looking great. And I read that was, "Hey, good looking." No, this island's looking good. Is looking
Yeah,
good. Sorry. And I read that as, "Hey, good looking."
and
So I
you
read
read it
that back.
out loud as
Wait a
that
second.
too, which was
It's the
amazing.
first thing they said in the chat too. They're like, "Oh, hey, this is looking good." I'm like, "Hey, good looking." Oh, wait, what? Whoops. Well, you get cancelled. But no, they found it funny. Now, was it Baby Two Roses?
that
I think
yeah,
that's who it was.
I think
I
that
think it
is.
was. Yeah.
I don't know why I don't know that, or why I do know that. I don't know why I remembered that, but
Um, yeah, I think that mistake, and that was one of the first big blunders I had ever made on stream that I'm aware of as well. When somebody has just come in stream and I've just said, "Hey, good looking."
I
Um,
remember that and just
yeah,
being like, "This is hilarious. This is amazing."
I remember feeling awkward after that, going, "Oh crap, what have I just said?" Hopefully, no one really. So
Oh man.
yeah, but that was a good one.
Okay, so question. I think a couple of people have asked this, but like, what has been your? Let me ask this first. What has been your favorite part of streaming thus far?
Favorite part of streaming, definitely has to be the connecting with people. I think it that has become. I didn't expect it, and it was definitely a welcome surprise when it started happening.
Hmm.
I love being able to. I'm not good at games by any means. I know you're kind before and said I was a Monster Hunter expert. I saw Zayd have a little laugh there. I'm good at Monster Hunter, but I'm definitely no expert. I can hold my own. But being able to share that experience, and what I was thinking was a lot of people are pro players on this platform or good players. I was perfectly happy coming in as a mediocre player, just showing people that, hey, you don't have to be good at games. Just enjoy yourself and have some fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think that was, did I answer the question? I
Yeah,
don't
I
think I
didn't know
did.
if you had anything more to add on to
Yeah,
that, but
no,
yeah, no, that's
that's
great.
yeah,
Uh,
connecting with people, I'd say was the most surprising thing about this.
yeah, what has been then on the opposite side of that? What's been the hardest part about streaming?
That's easy. And I think almost every streamer can probably agree with this one is trying to maintain those relationships as
Mm.
you grow as a streamer. So in the early days, it's easy. I can easily pop into people's chats. So I've got plenty of free time. I can jump in. But as you're trying to grow your channel, you're working on it. Even when you're offline, you're still working on it.
Mm.
You don't have, or for me personally, I don't have the time to follow back and bounce into every single person's chat that I loved hanging out with and did that for me is still the hardest part about the streaming is
Mm.
not having the time to come back and visit those people.
Mm. Is there anything you don't like about streaming?
Sometimes it's the pressure of actually having to turn on the camera, as stupid
Yeah, I
as that
get that.
sounds.
No, I
But
get
some
that.
days
That's
I know I've got to stream, I've got to do it, and you just come home. It's like, you know what, I really can't be bothered today. I just, but then, but mind you, every time I think that, I turn on the camera. Have a good day. It's perfectly fine.
mm.
Like, 10 minutes in, you're like, cool. All right, I'm out of the funk. I'm good to go. But yeah, just that. I think I don't. That's not the hardest part, but it's the most annoying part about it is
Yeah.
that. And when your hardware breaks, but you can't help that.
Yeah, totally. What would you? Because there's a lot of people who, pop up in streams and in chats and in discords that'll ask like people for help and suggestions. I mean, YouTube. If you look for like Twitch tips, you will get probably like a ton of videos because people know that there's an audience for that. There's a lot of people who want to stream and want to grow their channels if they are streaming. What would you say? I'll ask you two questions.
Okay.
One is, um, do you have any advice for somebody who like just it has not begun streaming? Like
Has
what
not
would you be their
begun.
advice, but they're
Okay.
interested in it? What would be your advice?
If you have not begun streaming, I would say temper your expectations. Do not come in thinking that it's going to happen straight away.
Mm.
Enjoy yourself, have fun with it, baby steps, one bit at a time, and set yourself realistic goals. Go, hey, and don't make those goals something that rely on the viewers because you cannot control that. No matter
Mm.
what happens on that end of the stream, you can only control what happens on your end, where you are, and what you're doing. So, and that's not just streaming, that's a life thing anyway.
Mm.
I've learned that years ago, but don't worry what other people are doing or what they're thinking. You can't control that.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's my first advice. If you want some actual Twitch advice, do your research first.
Mm.
Watch YouTube videos. There's so many beginner tips out there. The one I go to, and I'm sure thousands of other people, is the Alpha Gaming channel, Harris
Mm.
Heller. Pretty
Oh yeah.
much anything and everything you want to know. If you follow this to the step, like I've got no way of feeling with him. I got nothing to do, but that's the videos I personally watched.
Are
And
you being
then around
paid?
there, but
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Sorry, Harris, what was that? See you
Yeah.
later, later.
What do I need to say? Huh? Okay.
No, no, but seriously, that would be the advice I would get is go to YouTube. You can get any information in the world on that thing. So,
Mm. And
um,
what would
yeah,
you? Okay, so that's like very good advice, I think, and I think that's a very wise way to approach this. Um, what would you? What advice would you give to someone who's maybe started streaming, but don't really know what like maybe next steps are, how to maybe grow a little bit more. Maybe they've just hit affiliate. What would you, or like they're about to hit affiliate? What would be your advice there, or anything stand out?
um, so my advice for that would be try it. You have an idea, try it. I
Mm.
mean, if it fails, you can always go back to what you're doing before. Um, but don't get bogged down in the details. I think I was saying this to you yesterday. We could sit there for 45 minutes moving something on your overlay, 2 or 3 pixels left and right, for something no one's ever going to see watching on their phone.
Mm.
Uh, but if you just want to try something, even mark it down as a special stream or a bonus stream or something like that, keep it out of your ordinary. Try it for a little bit. I've done it. I've done it so many times. I had to do it when my Animal Crossing broke.
Oh, true.
I was in that exact spot. I'm like, okay, I'm here now. What do I do? So I don't know if I've exactly got the best credentials in the world to give the advice, but that's what I would say is if you have an idea, you want to try something, just give it a shot. Yeah.
Totally. I think that's one of the things that you know, regardless of I mean, I feel the same way sometimes. There have been some times where I'm like, man, I don't feel like I can really give advice necessarily because I'm like, people are gonna look at my channel and be like, ah, you're not a partner, you're not a pro streamer, you're not this, that, or the other. Your numbers are X, whatever. Um, but to be fair, it's like we've both, at the very least, have been doing it for a year, which is more than some people have, and we both
Yeah.
have some experience. And I think what's been great, and I agree with you on this about like the community and growing a community. I think you would also agree that one of the things that has been very, I think, encouraging as well as, um, I don't know, motivational in a way is the community that has been built with other streamers.
I
And
thought that's where you're going with this, and I was about to say 100%. That's
yeah,
another solid piece of advice is find yourself a group and grow up with them. Um,
mm,
Help each other, build it up, uh, but don't compare yourself to them. Um,
absolutely.
as I said again, that relies on what you can't control, but you can work as a group, have friendships, and you need it. Like we've had chats, Jet, where
Mm,
we've both been stuck. We don't know what to do, or we're in a slump. We don't know. And that's only just in a year period. I could imagine someone that's been streaming longer. I can guarantee there's probably, if you've been streaming for 4 years, I would assume there's probably 7 or 8 spots in there where you've wanted to quit.
mm,
I'm just assuming there because I've been there and I've only been going a year. I'm like, not quit, but I'm like, what am I doing for? But it doesn't take too long to get past that part, or just a little spark of, oh, maybe I'll try this. And then, as I said, try it, go for it. Um, but yeah, definitely have some people you can talk to about streaming, the offline side of it.
mm,
Definitely helps. You're 100%
mm.
right there, Jet. 100%.
And I mean, you bring up a very good point, which is just about comparison, because that's something that is like, um, it's very natural to do. I think on any kind of platform, this includes social media. Even if you're not streaming, I feel like people could maybe relate to this in a way, in that maybe it's your social media account. It's very easy when you're on a platform that assigns numbers to things. So like on Facebook, likes or favorites on Twitter or retweets or whatever. It's very easy to kind of be like, to look around and compare with your peers or around you and be like, okay,
Yeah.
they're getting either a ton of this or that, and then like kind of looking at yourself and being like, oh man, I may be not reaching the numbers that I want or whatever. How would you, um, uh,
I can tell you exactly what I did in that
do?
point.
Yeah, tell me.
So I was there probably about, I want to say, just after Animal Crossing Island. Uh,
Mm,
so what I did, my first mech island, that was really a turning point, I think, for me having to think more what to do, both on and off stream. But
mm.
back to your
And
question
if I
about
can
what to
just
do
pause
about
you for one
the numbers.
second,
Yes.
just for people that don't know, Talonis had an Animal Crossing island and lost it, sort of. Long story short, it was with transferring islands to a new Switch. Pro tip: when you back up your island and you want to move your island to a new Switch, you have to have both Switches there, and they need to, like, you can't erase the old island off of your old account. You have to transfer it with it still on the old one, or you'll lose it. Nintendo might not help you get it back, and so that's what happened to Talonus,
They
and
won't
so he
help
was at a
you.
point where he lost an island that he had been doing so much work in.
I think
Um,
about 7 months I was working on that island. And I was primarily, and I think almost all bar one or two special streams was an Animal
mm,
Crossing streamer at that point.
mm,
Um, but yeah, so back to the numbers. Embarrassing story. It happened last stream, I think. Was it last stream or the one before? I think it was last stream. And I think you reminded me, I actually hit 500 and I didn't know because I had turned that off for the longest time. I think about 4 months ago, I had turned off all of those stat numbers,
mm,
however long ago it was. Yeah, and I just didn't pay any attention. Uh, because I was looking at them. I was looking down and going, oh crap. Okay. Yeah, and that's can get you, if you're the type of person looking at numbers, it can really put a hamper on you. So
mm,
I decided to try it. I thought, I've heard it in the past, people saying just turn it off, don't look at it. I'm like, yeah, but then how do you know? I'm like, but then the other piece of advice I heard was you should always be streaming, even, and just assume there's always 10, 20, 50, 60 people there. If you
Hmm.
always assume there's 100 people there, if you get a big raid, you're going to be continuing streaming as you normally would because you're already acting like that.
Mm.
Um, so, which if you acted that long enough, that is your normal. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say turn the numbers off and maybe turn them back on every now and then so you don't get caught out. You go, oh, look, I missed the big moment. We could have planned something for this.
Well,
Um,
you see now you know that you can have your community watch out for you and do that. I think that's really good advice though, because I know it can be very easy to look around, especially if you've been like if you started around the same time as somebody. It can be easy to be like, well, they're doing much better than me, or I'm
yeah,
or whatever. And I think that I saw actually somebody in chat, Tank mentioned this, and it was exactly the quote that I had in my head, which is that comparison is the thief of joy, which is like
hmm,
if you're gonna sit there and compare yourself to others, generally you're comparing other people's best to your worst is usually what's happening. You're
yeah,
not like both looking at yourselves in the in the equal light, really. But it can be very I don't know. It can be really hard to then stay in a place where you're motivated to want to keep streaming or want to keep doing whatever hobby it is. This applies to anything even besides streaming, but um,
exactly,
I don't know.
exactly.
I would say just as like uh, to add on to that, I think one of the things that I've appreciated, speaking of friendship and all that sort of stuff, is like um, the community of streamers that like I've been slowly getting to know over the past year and all that stuff. I think it's been really good to kind of view um, all of this as like we're kind of supporting each other. We're
Yeah,
it's
100.
if somebody is doing really well, like that is it should be in some ways a success for everybody. And even if they start getting really busy or maybe they're not as available to chat with or whatever, that's still like I think that's something that we can hopefully then cheer on and cheer them on, as well as maybe even kind of like what you did at the beginning, start asking them like, hey, I've seen you grow a lot. Like, do you have any advice for what was this
Yeah,
like? Some people we're both variety streamers, but there's some people who start off playing one game and then they try to move away from it and don't really know how to make that adjustment, or I don't know. There's plenty of people that are I think I don't know nice enough to help. I haven't really met anybody who's been like very mean or anything through here.
and I
So
I don't think the type of streamers we would attract those type of people, or
fair.
even other streamers of that nature. I just don't think it's going to happen because those
Mm,
people will watch other people like that,
mm,
and I feel like the community we've got surrounding us would be very like-minded type of people. So
mm.
I don't think I think that's also part of the reason we generally haven't had too much problems with a lot of other, like toxic people or anything like that because I feel like they get bored
I
or
know.
banned.
Right, exactly.
Either or. Um, yeah.
That's so true. Yeah, I just the other day had somebody pop into chat that was being kind of toxic when we were playing Jackbox, and I think I even said I was like, because they were putting in some stuff that wasn't fitting for the stream and my channel, and I was like, I don't know which one of you are doing this, but I think you'll probably quickly find out that you're probably not going to have fun here. Like this is probably not the channel for you, and I think that's something that um, I think it's fine. And I know it can be hard for people, especially at the beginning, to maybe kick people away that maybe they're like, but I only have like two concurrent viewers. One of them is the tab I have open, and the other is this really toxic person. I don't want to kick them because they are a viewer that's watching me, but they're kind of either
No,
making me
sometimes you have
uncomfortable or
to.
other people uncomfortable, and it's like,
Yeah.
you kind of have to shape your community. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of the people that we have connected with, I feel like I really enjoy, and I think it's kind of brought us or a lot of us together because it's like we have very similar communities where we can um, I don't know, just get along. Like I feel like I can hop into your chat and talk to them, and I feel like I can hop into your Discord, and even if I don't know
Oh, anytime.
people, I can just hang out.
Yeah. I don't know if people know this, but I'm never gonna kick someone out of Discord if you're just there hanging out. Like
Mm.
it's I'm more than happy if you want to chill, even if you're not chatting, just want to listen or just watch what we're playing. That's why we're there. And I'm assuming yours is the same, everybody's the same, unless there's a purposely locked off channel for streaming or something like that. Yeah, I don't think anybody, even the people we have in them that aren't us, would be accepting to having you and saying hi. I've never come across anybody being really toxic. So not
Yeah.
not a lot of people. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
we
don't hang around too
necessarily
long.
attract those people, or if they do come in, they probably don't hang around for very long. They just get bored.
That's right. Yeah. All right.
Um. Oh, let's see. Let me see here real
Oop,
quick.
oop.
Um. So let's go ahead and we're gonna. I've asked people to ask some questions.
Viewer
And
interaction time. Here we go.
yeah. So
You there in the
for
front
everyone
seat,
who has
stand up.
been for everyone who's been um, asking questions in Discord and also highlighting your messages, thank you very much. I will be pulling some of these for you to answer. Um, one, let's go ahead and ask this one. I think it should pop up on the screen as well. Secret Life of a Nerd has asked, "Why did you pick the username you did? Where did Talonis85 come from? And can
Ooh.
you confirm the pronunciation? I think a lot of people would like that."
Okay. The pronunciation is Talonis. Uh, or Taloni. It's become synonymous now. But it's Talonis 85. Now, the reason why the name of that is back when I was younger, um, I had a tag called Talon. So, as a young street youth of corruptible badassery, I would go around and write Talon on things. Not very often. This was about a month, and then I
No
got
way.
bored, and I thought, I'm like, this is not for me. This is not the life I choose. So I wrote Talon.
So you are
Uh,
Banksy.
yeah, I was doing street art, if that's what you want to call it.
Cool, cool.
Um,
I like it.
but
Unexpected.
yeah, so Talon became my name, and obviously then when it came to putting on online names into things or usernames, Talon was of course taken.
Mm.
Uh, and then for whatever reason, it ended up being Talonis, and then that was started to be taken. I think it's Talonis is something in some sci-fi thing somewhere.
No way.
A reason why it's taken a lot. I didn't know that at the time. Probably some lost to I don't know. And the 85 part is I think we were chatting about this the other day in stream. There was some fun little bits of 85, but 84 was taken. I don't like 86. Um, the IQ from the guy in Alien 3 was nicknamed 85. There's a few other
Dang.
things. 85 is quite a popular number around the place. So
Nice. Very cool.
yeah. Oh, I think it was the year Aliens came out, but then I realized it wasn't. It was 86. So
It's okay.
that's
That's
why
great.
86 was taken.
Okay, next question. Let's see. This one comes from some from your channel. Zaid asks, "What did you think about Monster Hunter Stories 2's ending?" Is that
I thought it was so average that I can't remember it. Um,
That's fair. That's
no, no.
that's fair.
So there's a throwback to what we said right at the beginning of this, where I very rarely ever finish a game, even when I like it. So I love Monster Hunter Stories too. It was good. I haven't finished it.
Did you?
I
Okay,
just never
so
went
you
back.
have played it. You have played it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've played. I've got through to the Wintertown area or the Snow Mountains, and for whatever reason, I've just stopped. I've just stopped it and haven't gone back. I've tried to a couple of times, but now I've lost the flow, lost the rhythm. We are the Monster Hunter experts. So many hammers, my head. Sorry, I just had to read that. I just love trolling that. Um, no, I haven't played Monster Hunter Stories 2 since, and I know it's killing some people. I'm so sorry.
Not a problem. Not a problem. All right. This is and we I feel like this is a question that I have as well. Um, but where did you get your shirt? That's from Secret Life.
Um, from a shop. No,
It's a lovely shirt. I remember the first time you wore it on stream, chat was like,
I don't know. Oh, this shirt was actually a Christmas present.
"Oh no way."
From Lara's boss. So he gets clothes and presents like that every year, and we're just like, why? Why? That he keeps sending clothes, and most of the time it was terrible. But this one particular year, he hit it. He nailed it. We were like, thought I'd actually wear this, and saying he got like Lara two dresses or something. She's like, I would wear this. So there you go. There's a present.
Every I remember the first time you wore it, chat just went crazy because they were just like, "This is an amazing shirt. Why you need to wear this all the time." So anyway, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you wore it.
Agency game
I'm glad
and
you
special
wore it
occasion.
here. It's a very yeah. It makes me feel good. I feel like I feel underdressed. Um, let's see. Here, here we have a question from Sassy Lady Panda. I had a dream once that I got kicked by a kangaroo while walking down the street. Is that something that actually happens?
It could. It's not impossible. It might happen. Um, if a kangaroo kicked you while you were walking down the street, there's a very good chance you would not make it to a hospital. Um, Put it that way.
Yeah.
If you actually look at the claws on the base of a kangaroo, the way they lean on their tail, kick with both paws, and then slash down, you would actually be most likely disemboweled.
Yeesh.
I don't know if
I
that
think we
happened in your
can
dream or not.
I think we can both agree that that would be kangarooed.
Oh, I know, right? You're such a kangaroo dude. Uh,
Perfect. Perfect.
but yes,
Yes
you,
or
you could theoretically, you'd probably get more chance being kicked on an oval than you would on the street.
okay. Back to these ovals.
Or if you're walking your dogs off lead and then they chase a kangaroo.
Okay. 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 Yes or no?
Ooh,
Do you like cheese Danish? That's
cheese
from us.
Danish.
Have you ever had a cheese Danish?
Is it cheese Danish or Danish cheese?
I think it's a
Or they two
cheese
different things?
Danish, like a pastry. It's usually like a little round pastry, maybe with
Oh,
some cheese in the middle, sort of.
why not? I mean, I
Why
don't
not?
think I've had one, but I'm sure I'd like it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Um, all right, the next is from a fellow Australian. Ragnar just says to ask about
Hey.
toad racing.
Oh, that's a Queensland thing, I think. As I didn't grow up in Queensland. By the time I got here, I wasn't into the whole toad racing thing.
Hmm.
But toad racing apparently is a thing. I think that's the one where they put them in a bucket, like upside down, then you lift it up around a circle, and your toad has to jump out the circle first. I think that's toad racing.
So it's a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a thing. Okay, interesting.
Queensland has a cane toad plague, basically.
Oh.
Um, so I thought it was completely bizarre when I got here. But people would just like it's going to sound harsh and rude, but they would hit them, they would kill them, they'd knock them out of the way, they'd throw them around. I'm like, what the hell's wrong, you savages? But then you realize they're poisonous, and then
Oh.
your animals
What?
bite them and eat them and then die. So yeah, they're a plague. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah, so if
crazy.
your dog comes in
Oh.
running in, flopping, looking high, it's been licking cane toads in the backyard.
I think I remember you saying once you were lawing what?
Oh,
Mowing the
mowing the
lawn.
lawn,
I was
yeah.
like lawning the
Yeah.
mow. That's not a thing. Mowing the lawn maybe, and you were saying that you have to like get rid of those frogs and stuff because they're like
Oh, yeah.
poisonous.
Um, so generally after a good rain season, the lawn will get quite high because I'm lazy. So I'd go out there and cut it, and I'd have to stop every now and then because I would find a cane toad. So what you do is you mow down the middle, so you've got this nice strip around the whole lawn, so you can see where they cross.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I've got a knife in the backyard, purposely just to. They are tough. You cannot squash them.
Is it a
You can
Rhizoblide?
throw things at them, you can hit them. They are, well, they will squish down to nothing and then pop back up. You're like,
No
how?
way.
No, serious, serious. They're like an air sack, and they're just with a rock hard skin. So anyway, you
Dang.
put the knife through them and put them in the bin. But yeah, there was one time I think I killed 6 or 7 of them in one thing, and one of them was kind enough to do the thing for me and jumped into the lawnmower and then sprayed out the side. I'm like, okay, that's that one done. You have to
That
pick
has
that
to
one
be
up.
scary with having a dog. Also, I feel like. I mean, I don't know how often like
Yeah.
Sophia's just running around outside, but I feel like
Not very much. She's not an outside dog.
yeah. Okay, but still, that would
But I think
still be kind of scary.
I don't think she's eaten too many of them. We've seen some carcasses brought into the garage inside, and we're like,
Mm.
"You're an idiot." Um, but I think it depends on the size of them and how much poison they got in them or venom. Well, not it's not venom. It's
Like some
what
kind of
would you say
toxin.
cane toads have in yeah, toxins, things like that. So yeah, toxins. They would yeah, they're toxic. So not
They play a lot of League of
yeah,
Legends
so they
and
spray it at their
Overwatch.
head veins. Yeah.
Um. All right. This next
Yeah.
question.
I just want
Um.
to clarify there. Viper's 100% right there. They are a pest. I would not advocate hitting or hurting animals at any point, but these things
Oh,
are
right.
literally a pest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think we've at least heard tales of the wilds of Australia. So I think I think
Well, that's some known ones.
so I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think coming across poisonous animals or venomous animals wouldn't be too far off of our imaginations. Um,
Yeah.
I know. Was this No, this was during Tank Stream, I believe. But I remember you shared a photo of a spider that Lara killed. That was huge. It was
What was that?
huge,
Like the
and
other
she
week
killed it
too.
with her hand. And I died, or with even like a thing, a napkin or like a tissue,
It was a tissue.
smooshing
Yeah.
it. It, I don't like this thing was. It was pretty big, like a palm. It looked like a palm-sized spider, and
It would have been probably about this size. About that size, I reckon.
that's too
I
much.
don't think you can see that.
That's
Yeah, so if you
that's
put that
too.
against my hand now, I've got pretty big hands, so it's about yay big.
But still,
So
that's a big
quite
enough spider
average
that if you
size for an adult
smooshed it,
spider.
you would like feel its. I don't do not like.
Yeah, but literally, I'm sitting there chatting away in Tank's chat. Hold on, Tank. Laura's just killed a spider with her hands. It's like, you little ripper. Just literally
There we
picked it
go.
up, pushed it into the corner, killed it, squashed it, lifted it up, and said, "Look at the size of this thing." So I
Oh
took a
my
photo.
gosh. How often is it that you find like a spider like that, like inside of a home generally?
I would say that size, maybe once every 3 months, maybe.
Okay.
Smaller,
Okay.
way more frequently. Yeah,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Um, Look, if
I
I
mean,
ever
we don't go
visit,
around looking for them. That one, yeah, that exactly. For every spider you see, there is 20 more that you don't.
gosh, don't say that.
Um,
I'm
but
going
that one was just
if
walking around in the kitchen. That's fair. So if I was looking for them, there's probably more.
when if I come visit, I exclusively am gonna wear like uh like spider spray cologne. Like I will just spray it on myself so that in the case a spider touches me at all, they will
Yeah,
just
if you ever come and stay with us, we would bomb the house first with insect killing gas, which is a real thing you can
yes.
buy in the shop, I'm sure. I would set 3 of them off, let the house kill everything, and then you can come in.
Yes, perfect. Okay, great. I will
and then I'd leave
also
the back
walk
door
in
open.
just a bug net everywhere, just so that so that they can't get to me.
Mosquito net.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a very important question,
Ooh.
and I
Good question.
though it's an important question for clarification,
Mhm.
but uh, we both know the answer to this, but I'll pull it up on the screen anyway.
Interesting.
Um, Tell us the truth. How do Australians pronounce the word koele?
You got it. Koale.
Koele. You heard it
Yeah. So
here first.
the marketing ploy from the 80s, I think I showed the film clip to a few people, was
Mm,
called Caramella Koala. It was so
mm.
successful that that was the most common way of saying koala. So
But we all know that the
it's
original Australian way it's koele.
koale.
Great, easy. Um,
Easy one?
let's see. The next one is from our pal X Viper. He says, to describe all your non-video game hobbies since your childhood. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but that's what he is asking.
I can, yeah. So growing up, what hobbies did I have? I was a skateboarder. I played Warhammer 40,000.
How'd you
And
get
that
into
pretty much left no
Warhammer?
money for anything. Didn't play a lot of D&D. I played a few with some friends, like later half of high school, but it was mainly like one campaign maybe.
Mm.
But it wasn't, anything big or massive. Board games, love board games. Play a lot of them, or used to. Um, as you can see, probably, well, you can't see it at the moment, it's all blurred, but behind me is a bookshelf full of board games. And I got more in the other cabinet over there. But yeah, that were my main hobbies, probably skating. Fun fact, I don't know if you know what the Planet X trials are, but
Planet
they're
X Trials?
it's like a skateboarding slash BMX. This is my one claim to fame.
Cool.
Um,
All right.
I competed in there
No way.
once.
You
Way.
were.
I was trying to do a
What?
my main move I was trying to do was a 360 indie off a ramp. I stuffed it so bad though, but I came last. But I was in there, the trials.
Where?
I gave it a
Okay.
shot. I took my own advice from the future where I said, you know what, just give it a shot. Do it. See what
Good.
happens. And I came last. But I did it.
So so when is the skateboarding stream? When are
Or
we gonna?
no. So funny story, Lara bought me a skateboard, I want to say 6 years ago or so, for
Okay.
Christmas. And I'm just like, no, no. I'm now an adult. There are real repercussions if I hurt myself from this now.
Fair.
So much so I will not be able to work and we would lose our house.
Yeah. Good
So
point. Okay, that's
responsible. Yeah.
at at the very least, I think you should do a Tony Hawk stream at some point. And
I love that game. I
yeah.
loved that game. Played the hell out of number one and two and three and probably the underground one. Yeah. Loved it.
Well then, good. And if you
Even
should bust
from
out
that
some of
game.
your old skating duds.
It
And
may have even been the reason I started skating. I can't remember, but I don't know if life imitated art or art imitated life at that point. So,
okay, we have a great question from Mr. Sputnik. It's a two-parter.
ooh,
The
okay.
question is, what is the hardest hurdle you've overcome as a broadcaster, and what is your biggest
Ooh,
hurdle right now?
hardest hurdle overcoming as a broadcaster. Yeah, I think you're right. Lara's just yelled out motivation. I think that is probably the biggest hurdle to come is to
Hmm.
continue to push yourself to turn that camera on to go live. Uh, as I said, once you're live, it's fine. Like you're good, you're rolling, you're good to go. But it's coming home after work and you're doing a 10-hour shift or something, getting home and going, ah, I've got 15 minutes to go hit that go live button.
Hmm.
Um, the tech side of things, I'm pretty good with. All the bits and pieces I've accrued over time, and I probably would have collected them anyway. That's not an issue for me. The hurdle, yeah, I think the biggest hurdle would be that motivation um, to continue pushing. Now, the current one I've got, I currently don't have that at the moment. I'm good.
Mm,
That I will be honest. The loss of the Animal Crossing Island, that was the biggest point there. And I had very little time to think of, crap, how do I reroute this? Which direction do I go? Um, Currently, though, the biggest hurdle I think I have at the moment, um, consistency, I think I would say, is
mm,
figuring out what content to actually stream. Because this goes back to me not finishing games. I've got so many games I want to play, so many people I want to play them with, just not enough time.
yeah.
So that I think is finding that time to do that. As you know, at the moment I'm back into Animal Crossing, but I really also want to finish Final Fantasy. I've also want to play Aliens. So all this stuff is so much, and that just really setting down an actual schedule is the hurdle I'm currently
Mm.
facing at the moment.
And that's one of the things that can be difficult, I think, too, is I'm sure not only are there games you want to play, but you also have to like balance and manage life as well on top of things. And I think that
Yes.
can be super
Yeah,
difficult too.
yeah. So that I think that's what I was saying with motivation. It's twofold because obviously I like spending time with Lara. Like I come home, I want to stream. By the time I finish streaming, we do go to bed pretty early because I am up really early.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I want to try and keep my streams to a certain time frame so I can at least finish, have dinner, say hello to Lara before she goes to bed, and that's that. But then, yeah, you're right. It's the balancing of work, life, and play.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
All right. We have a both a question and compliment um, from our friend Tank Media Games. Talnus,
Hey,
why are you so darn nice? Why are you so darn nice?
Um, I saw this question on here and I had to laugh. Um, but then I actually thought about it, and I think it probably stems from I did a lot of martial arts growing up, and I do honestly think that that discipline and respect is something I've carried on right through my entire life since I've done it. But so continuing on the martial arts side of things, you go, cool, I'm going to learn martial arts. I'm going to learn how to fight people. You very, very quickly learn that every other person is a better fighter than you.
Mm,
And that puts the rest of the world in perspective because you go, if I'm ever in a fight, there's a very good chance this other person is better than me. So I'm not going to fight.
yeah.
Um, the same talk of that is again is then the respect side of it, the that just I mean, I've said this for years and years and years. I don't know if I've said it on stream before, but I think you could replace all 10 commandments with one.
Mm,
Would you like to know what that one is?
what is it?
Just don't be a dick.
There you go.
Just do that. And I feel like everything else falls into line. Just don't be a dick. Just be a nice person. Um,
Oh man.
yeah, that's how I've based my life on I guess you could say.
I
Um,
think I think
but
you've done a very good job of that.
thank you.
um, all right. A fun one. Jacko asks, I have a question. People talk about this a lot, but I don't know what it is. What is the death box in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and will it come back to any of your streams soon?
It should. I've just reinstalled Smash Brothers, so there's a very good chance it may come back onto stream.
Yes.
For those that don't know, our good mate Jet here made a custom level in Smash Brothers called the Death Box. Now, imagine this square I'm in. So you can see this square. Now, right at the top there's a tiny little opening. That's the only way in or out of this box. So you jump in here, you got four players in the death box. Your percentage of health damage goes up to 4, 5, 6, 700 damage. Every little tap ping pongs you around like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And the only way to beat them is to hopefully get lucky and they fall out through the hole at the top.
It's
Um,
so much fun and chaotic.
it's so much fun because anybody can play it. It doesn't matter about your skill set. It's purely luck and random, unless you're playing dirty and then literally grabbing people and throwing them straight up. That's fine too.
Dang.
Yeah, but that's the death
Um,
box. New friendly thing. Yeah.
it is very noob friendly. I agree. So, okay, Sassy has a question. Sassy Lady Panda. So many of my young students say they want to grow up to be a gamer on Twitch slash YouTube. What advice would you give to young kids who see this as a viable career?
Um, Again, I don't have the credentials to answer this properly, but I would suggest that if they want to take it seriously, then they should probably get a job in marketing.
Mm,
Uh, because so much of this job to make it to a level where it's your career, you need to be good at marketing, social media. You have to be all over that.
mm,
Um, Yeah, and you have to have everything planned out. You can't just turn the camera on and go, "Hey, let's just play this today." It's not about the games. The games are the smallest percent of what you do while you're streaming. Um, I, I would say. I mean, I don't know if that's fact or not, but
mm,
yeah, I would say make sure they've got a realistic expectation of what it is they want to achieve from it. Do they want to make it their full-time career? Then yeah, you're going to be working pretty damn hard to get there, and you may not even get there. That's Twitch, YouTube. I would say I don't make content for YouTube, but I would say if you were to do YouTube, it will take time before you're discovered. From everything I've heard and seen, it will take that one video to propel you. But then you will get the other stresses of trying to keep that momentum once it happens.
mm,
So I guess it's just about being prepared.
mm. I think
Um,
it's interesting. One of the it kind of reminds me. Your answer kind of reminded me of a lot of times people say if they are IT, like if they have a career in IT, they will say I joined IT, like I started studying IT because I wanted to work with computers. But when I started, I realized that I'm actually working with people. Like it's more you're dealing with the people more so than you are dealing with the computers and fixing them and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of like there's in the same way. Um, a lot of people probably view streaming as mostly like I just need to play a game on stream. I just turn my camera on and then done. We're streaming and we're good. And for a lot of people, that's actually what they want.
yeah,
But some
if
people they're streaming for
you're
their
good at it,
friends and they don't really care about necessarily growing or anything.
yeah. But if you're like old like me and your reflexes of good gaming is well and truly out of the window, you got to rely on other tactics.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I think
Look, there's a
marketing.
reason why I don't play Call of Duty anymore.
Well, and for sure there are some people who will grow their channels and their communities because they are like a very good blank gamer, like they play Call of Duty or Apex or whatever, then they're just so good at it. But even then, they you kind of have to know how do you manage a community? How do you do this, that, and the other? There's a lot that goes into like we've talked about today, um, just beyond turning on a camera and just starting. So I know having a
Yeah.
marketing background for me has definitely helped, and so I could definitely see having some kind of other field of study is huge. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you
Have
if you play
have
puzzle games, be good at math probably is also maybe a thing. Anyway,
or
what were you gonna
not.
say?
I was gonna say, with Sassy, if they are young, then I would try to. I think you said they were 9 or something like that. If they are that young, try to appeal to them and get them to think outside the box of, yeah, you want to stream, play video games, cool. What games? Why are you good at that game? Why would people watch you? What can you do differently that the other person's doing? I wouldn't say the other 10 million because that'll shatter their hopes. But if you go the other 3 people, what can you do better than those 3?
Mm,
What? Get them to draw colors of emotes. You want to be a streamer? Draw me 5 emotes. What can you do? Then they might find out. hey, maybe I'm a really good artist actually. I'm not maybe I'm not good at streamer, but I'm a good artist. Then you can slide into the streaming side of drawing or just, or make a side business on doing artwork for people. So there's many, many other options of streaming than just this part of it here.
Mm.
Well, even this part, this is not really a stream. This is but if you were an investigative journalist, you could absolutely stream journalist type work
Oh,
doing what we're
true.
doing right now. So I guess it really applies to the person asking the question what they want and what they're good at, which might be hard if they're kids because they're going to change their mind on Monday. But
Right.
yeah,
Right. They might not even remember the conversation in a day. So,
yeah. New
um,
platform next week. No worry.
yeah. Spudsky asks in the Discord, will streaming be something you plan on doing for the rest of your life if there's nothing stopping you?
That's a very good question. When I started, I didn't have the intention of going forever. Um, and I still don't. But I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
Mm.
As long as there's still people turning up, still people, watching, having a good time, and as long as I'm still happy doing what I'm doing, I'll continue streaming. Um,
That's good.
yeah, I don't think I'll do it forever. Um, but yeah, no immediate plans on quitting, put it that way.
Cool. Good. That's what I like to hear. And I think that's also important that what you just said, like, especially if you're not enjoying it, taking a
Mm,
break from it, maybe not necessarily even quitting entirely, but just taking a
yeah,
break from it to just kind of reset, maybe work on some other things while you're doing it, or like maybe some things related to streaming but not actually streaming itself. That can be
yeah.
maybe helpful. Sassy Lady Panda also asked, what was your favorite video game as a kid, and do you think you would like it just as much now?
Oh, immediately two games come to mind. Can I have two?
Sure.
Or do
Yeah,
I have to pick
absolutely.
one? Okay,
No,
good,
no, I
good.
think you
Um, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles come straight away to mind. For those that don't know what Sonic is, it's a little blue hedgehog.
can.
um,
What? Spoilers?
no, Sonic 3 with the Sonic and Knuckles attachment. Now, Sonic and Knuckles was a cartridge that you put a cartridge into, so you docked it. It had a little flip top in the top. It went into the Sega Mega Drive 2, or whatever the American side
Huh.
of the world called it.
Mm.
That went in, and then you could play it standalone. That was fine, but you could also then dock Sonic 3 in, and it would let you play as Knuckles all through the
Yeah.
entirety of Sonic 3 as well. Um, I play Sonic 3 like most people play Mario. Um, so you see people speed running and know that all the secrets, all that type of stuff. That's me with Sonic 3.
Dang.
I haven't played it in a few years, but you know, you watch me get on those special 3D round ball stages, and I work some wizardry and magic there.
Mm.
The other game that stands out to mind there is shockingly probably not a game you should have played as a kid, but Silent Hill 2.
Oh, dang. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. I've heard good things.
Um, it's a brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant. Probably not something you want your kids to be playing.
Mm.
Um, it deals with a lot of psychological trauma and horror in a very good way.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two games. And from that atmosphere of Silent Hill, believe it or not, as very similar to the Aliens movie, has shaped the type of horror I like.
Mm.
I like the creepy, psychological, almost Lovecraftian horror type
Yeah.
of things where
I'm
the
down.
fear of the unknown, there's almost no good ending to this. That type of horror is what I like. Jump scares, slashes, Saw movies, not really too keen on those.
Yeah.
Um, but that real unnerving, but you don't know why horror is perfect. Like, I thought Blair Witch Project was really well done. Because
Never
at the
watched
end
it.
of that, I saw that in the cinemas, and I was literally, you realize you skipped a heartbeat. You're like, wait, nothing actually happened, but why am I so tense? It's the atmosphere. Uh, that game made me think and made me look into, I guess you could say, psyches or psychology a
Mm.
little bit, um, which was way ahead of its time because its competitor was Resident Evil, where you shoot zombies. Um, Great game, but completely different type of horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two games, Sonic 3 and Silent Hill 2.
Secret Life had a follow up question to that, which is, would you ever play any of those on your stream?
Sonic 3 I probably would if I could
Hmm.
find it. Silent Hill 2, I think, hasn't dated too well. Tank controls, I think I tried to play it when the remaster came out about 10 years ago. It might have been less than that.
Yeah.
But the controls, and it was just a very clunky, awkward game. It hasn't held up well at all. And
Oh no.
All the other Silent Hills are pretty average as well. Like 3 was okay. The
Mm,
rest, 4 was good. 4 wasn't originally made as a Silent Hill game, but the others were okay, but they weren't anywhere near on that level. So
cool. Okay. Cool. 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 Well, maybe we'll at least see Sonic here in a little bit.
maybe.
Okay. The last couple of questions. Jacko asks, what do you have your eye on from the directs this year, and anything that you want to come out in the next year or two? Are there any games you're looking forward to?
Xenoblade. Xenoblade. I want more Xenoblade. I think there's some rumors circling around about a Xenoblade 3, but that kind of pops up every time this year.
Oof.
Um, so again, I temper my expectations down and don't worry about it until I actually see it. Um, Bayonetta should be coming out soon as well. Bayonetta 3
Mm.
at some point. Like that's been out in development now for 4 years, I want to say.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Um,
it has.
yeah, and nothing's been said about that for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
Supposedly,
I
there
would,
is a direct coming
mm,
potentially this month, maybe even next week, is what I'm
yeah, that'd
hearing.
be nice. It's
Yeah.
been a while. I would personally like to see a new Mario Kart. It's been
Mm.
a long time.
Yeah.
I think 6 years. We were talking about this the other day. I think it's 6 years since Mario Kart 8's been out
Yeah.
because the
On the Wii
Switch
U,
is
that
four
was.
years old. Yeah,
Yeesh.
yeah.
Alrighty. Secret Life asked, Laura is an amazing cook. We've seen the photos. What is something that she makes that you absolutely love?
Can I say everything?
Do you have a favorite or anything? Or is there like is there one or just everything? Are you very picky about your food?
I'm not. I'm not fussy with food.
Mm,
The only thing we both tend to not eat is seafood.
that's
So
fair.
that's why we both don't eat it. So she doesn't cook it. No, she is an amazing cook. Absolutely amazing. It blows my mind somehow how she can just throw ingredients together and come out with what she makes. Whereas I'm the type of guy that I've got the recipe there, I've got the ingredients all there. It says it's a 30-minute recipe. I will take an hour and a half to make that. Um, and I'll follow it to the T. I won't move outside of the left and right. I'm like, it says I need to put 2 teaspoons in.
Yeah.
She's like, just chuck it all in every time. No, no, it says two. Um, but absolute favorite meal. She makes a really, really, really good risotto. Um,
Ooh. I think I've seen pictures.
yeah, makes good risotto. Can I say the favorite thing though is a coffee in the morning. That's always nice.
Ooh.
I know
A
it's not food,
coffee.
but always
No, I
nice
think that
when
counts.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'd say the risotto's probably up there, but God, so much I don't even know where to narrow it. Like I could
Hey,
think
no,
of
that's great.
a dish from every area of cooking areas, and she's nailed it. But
Yeah,
the amount of
no.
times she literally goes, I think this is going to turn out shit. I think one dish in the last 12 years has turned out that we threw in the bin. Everything else,
Dang.
perfect. Mm.
That's awesome. I have a question before we get to the last one, because I was thinking about this since this is like a year friendship anniversary type of thing. Also, in
Yep.
whether on internet or in person, what are there any like qualities you like in a friend,
Um,
or that you look for?
as long as you're a nice person.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just not a dick.
There it goes down to that again.
It really does. No, no, as long as you're genuine, you know who you are, you treat people well, you don't take yourself too seriously.
Hmm.
You can have a laugh. You can, yeah, just be you. Yeah. As long as you's not a dick.
Yeah. Good advice, I think. Good advice.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, and our last question comes from Azure Blaze Edge. Why didn't you pick Final Fantasy 14, the critically acclaimed MMORPG that is free to play up to level 60, including the base game and award-winning Heavensward expansion? Instead of Monster Hunter, I believe is the context for this for today.
Azure, I did say to Jet, you should play Final Fantasy. I'll take you through the beginning.
I
He said
believe
no.
though you said Monster Hunter first, and then you're like, "Oh, maybe this should be Final Fantasy." I think, and I was like, "I don't know." That's how I
Yeah,
remember it. Maybe I'm wrong.
maybe. I don't know. But I reckon
um,
we say it enough, you'll probably join it. Everyone
right.
else is. Everyone else is doing it, Jet. Get on it.
Maybe one of these days. It'll be maybe for our second friend anniversary. We can
You heard it
I'll
here
hop
first,
into.
everyone. In 12 months' time, Jet will be playing Final Fantasy 14.
Perfect.
We heard it here.
Perfect.
We
Yeah, I'll do
put
that.
that,
A year
save it.
from now, let's play some Final Fantasy 14. Uh,
I probably still
um,
won't be finished and Walker, so you'll be safe.
perfect. Perfect. So, even though this went a little bit long, if you're still down with it, I'd still like to play a little bit of Monster Hunter here before we head over to
Of
your
course.
channel where we'll continue over there if you're still cool with that.
Yeah,
Um,
this has been great. I've had a blast. Thank you very much again for having me in here on
Good.
the
Yeah. This
jetway.
is again. This is we're testing the waters and stuff here, and so this interview part went maybe just like a smidge longer than I expected. But I loved it.
I,
I think this has
when
been
you
great.
said
So thank you for
when you
doing
said
this.
we'll do an hour of chatting, I think everybody had a little giggle inside them, like, nah, no way, no way.
I'm just very optimistic. I'm just very optimistic. That's what it is. Okay, so the plan is we are going to again, Talonis, like I mentioned, is the um, Monster Hunter expert. He's the Monster Hunter pro. Um, so we're gonna. I have not played very much of Rise at all. I played a bit more of Generations Ultimate, where I was a Palico main. So maybe I didn't
Fun.
get quite the feel for it, but we're going to take a small break while we just get set up, and we're gonna play Monster Hunter. You're gonna walk me through it here, and then we're going to raid over to Talents after that. But before we do that, I thought it would be great if
Uh-oh.
you would join me in a fist bump for
Oh,
just thanking
yeah.
everyone for being here and all of this stuff. So I feel like this would be a good time for that. So get ready, and everybody here, also you get ready. This is the first time we're gonna. I mean, we've fist bumped multiple times on stream here, but this is the first time where there's actually somebody else here. So you get to join. You get to be the first. So all right, everybody, get ready.
Are we going towards the camera edge, or are we going
No,
at the
you're
camera?
going. Yeah, hit towards the camera. So everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the first Jet Wave. If you would like a fist bump, go ahead and punch your screen on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Wha-bam!
What man?
Perfect.
I don't know if I
Awesome.
got close enough. Did I get close enough?
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Okay.
So thank you, Talonis, for being here and for the interview and stuff. This part was so much fun, and I
It
hope
was. I
everyone
had a
else
blast. Thank you.
enjoyed it as well. Hopefully, we'll get to do more like this in the future. But okay, we're gonna take just a small break, so please stick around. We'll be back with some Monster Hunter here shortly. So we'll see you guys here in just a couple minutes. Be right back. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going?
Hello.
Sorry for the a
Welcome.
little bit of the a delay, but we were just technical things. It happens. That's another thing. If you're wanting to be a streamer, just know that technical things it happens. It happens. So don't even worry about it. But welcome in. Okay, even though I have not Talonis, even though I have not played very much of Monster Hunter, I will say I think my character looks so cool. Look at him. So cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Wait, what's on your face? What the?
It's like my eyes are glowing.
Saying.
I think I look awesome. Also, I have here my my doggo and Kato, Hero,
What are they called? Hero.
and Meowmers. I think I had Meowmers in Generations Ultimate also.
Does sound familiar, actually.
Yeah, I think that was one of my Palicos. But okay, so for those that don't know, and welcome in, everybody. I appreciate everyone who has been here and who asked questions and were chatting while we were chatting. I know we weren't as focused with the chat then, but I'm glad that we can all be here together now. So I appreciate it. But welcome in, Sassy Lady Panda. Hope you're doing well. So I go here, right, to Minoto? Is that how I...
Yes.
How
No. Before you do that, run
Yes.
outside. There should be a cat next to the stairs. So run out. Yep, back that way. Oop, wait,
Do you mean...
not that outside. Back through the front door.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yep. So out that front hole there. And then once you go out, go back past the bongo lady.
This way?
Standing bongo. Yeah, and then on the left there should be a cat standing next to some
Oh.
straw. No, past the
Oh.
girl that's Sweet Tooth. You want the cat
Yeah.
called Henry the Mailman.
Play online, right?
And then you should be able to just search for friends.
By lobby ID or
Sorry?
find lobby? No.
Yeah.
I also have a
Oh,
friends list. Hold on.
You should be able to go through a friends list. No, don't.
Okay.
Lara's saying you just need to fix the green screen. You
Wait,
just need to
I
crop
do?
it that little bit. Just need to crop me a little more.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Just here. Fix
Really?
yourself.
I don't see anything. But I can. Hold on.
Nah, it's fine.
Wait, is it? Hold on. No, I'll change it. For Lara, anything. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll do that. Also, let me see here. Look, let me go ahead and
Don't mean to break it.
there you go.
Wait, am I
It
playing
should
on-
also be a little bit more clear now too.
Whoa. Oh yeah, there we go. Can you see that a little bit now?
Oh, it's fine. Oh wait, can I?
It's right here in the corner.
Is it? Hold on.
No, not that side. Sorry, no, it's this side. Oh wait, if I move mine, you see me.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was looking for green. I thought I had
No.
somehow messed something up, but okay, there you go.
There we go.
Is that
Perfect.
perfect? Okay, I don't want to mess up your branding. So,
When we're talking about the largest obstacles,
okay,
technical
where are you,
difficulties.
Talonis?
We're not in sync. I should be in alphabetical order somewhere, but keep scrolling through. I'll be there live somewhere, hopefully. Are we not friends?
Oh, you're literally the last one. View lobby info.
Wow, right at the end. Maybe it
That's
goes
good.
in time known.
Do I need to hide this code?
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 3.
Okay. Great. Done. Green screen moderator. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching us. All right. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Wow. Dang,
Ta-da.
and your doggo looks awesome. Oh my gosh, how do I...
I'm gonna try out the old witch axe. All right. So yeah, we can run around in this outside world now.
Oh boy, there he goes. Look at me. Okay. So again, I played only the very beginning of it, like the day it came out, and that was it. So I
That's fine.
am.
Already through.
No, I have
So
no idea what's happening. So I need
so
to
you got
pick
no
up
one to
a.
speak to here. No, that's cool. So yeah, pick up your quest from the Minato hub meeting.
Let's see. Low rank.
Yep.
This one.
Which quest would you like?
Just low rank. Any one of those low ranks you want to do.
Let's do.
Now there are specific ones you have to do to unlock the next rank, but that's fine. Fine, hunt
It's all of these
anything.
with this like symbol on it too. I imagine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's just start with the first, the shady monster. I don't actually know what that is. I recognize like that one.
Acronym song. Let's go.
Let's go with that one. Send join request? Or just
No.
yes. What does that
Just-
mean?
Accept quest. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So when your quest is up, what will happen is I'll get a notification that there's a quest on the quest board.
Good luck out there.
So I can come to this spot here, and now I can join in any quests that have been posted in the hub,
Okay.
or join online people if I really want to.
And
All right. And if you want to
You're
eat
ready?
a dongo before we,
oh,
you want to eat a bunny dongo?
sure. I think I have
If you
money.
money. You can also
Eat
pay
a
with points.
meal. It's telling me how to do that. Cool. Exit tutorial. Pay with money. Yeah. I have money. Or points. Which is better?
Probably points, I would say.
Okay.
You want to save your money to make armor.
Okay. We'll go with. Oh, you get to choose like multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So just pick probably anything that down the bottom you should have like defender. That might be a good one to start with.
Let's see.
If you scroll down more,
Wait, more?
yeah, you can go down.
Oh,
that's what you have.
I see.
So I've got a delayed stream here.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, defender high is good.
Where is that?
Moxie's
you
also
looking?
another one. I'm
Wait,
watching
which-
your stream, but it's delayed. It's on the abilities under it that you get.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Oh, this one, like Dango Immunizer. That's a defense one.
Yep. You can pick 3.
I'm gonna get Moxie, I guess,
Yep. So if you could take a big hit and die, it will save you.
and
Mm,
do you have a
go
suggestion?
fire resistance. Fire resistance.
Okay.
I think this bird chucks out some fire.
Okay. Order.
Or trainer. Trainer's good too. The buddy treat. Right down the bottom. That'll
Oh, I
level
haven't
up your
seen
card.
these.
You haven't? Oh, watch it. This is good. I don't think I've ever had a
Adorable.
bunny dingo. Apparently they're real life things.
Aw. I want it. Oh.
Look at that glowing eye.
Yeah. I've got glowing eyes and I've like a glowing scar in the middle of my face. I feel like that's great. See you later, Austin. Thanks for hanging out. All right. So,
Let's go.
is this
Are you
the
ready to depart?
is this the
Yep,
departure?
you can hit that, or you can just hit ZR.
Okay. Shady monster. Interesting. I'll say it's like a colorful meatball on a stick. It is. It is. It looks. It looks like it would taste very good. I think. So I will. I have completely even forgotten. I need to like.
Need a
Okay,
refresh
cool.
on
I
your
just used a
attack.
potion.
So
X and A.
X is your attack, A is your other attack,
Okay.
if you have it. While in weapon form, your ZR, I believe, will put you in demon mode, which makes your attacks fill up your gauge. Once your gauge is filled, you can go into Archdemon, but don't worry about that. So, common courtesy for this is take one of each item. Because there's only two of us, you can take two.
Okay. I Oh wait, how do you get on the dog?
You can hold A, or if you've got it set up, you can hold the left bumper, and it should move your right stick down. Should be a quick menu to select that as well,
Oh, okay.
if you've got it.
Okay. I see. Look at us go.
Huzzah. So while you're on your dog, you can press run, which is your right bumper.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
You can press
We're going,
the
we're
left
zooming.
bumper, so the right trigger, and you can jump.
Is this a bad guy? Is this one of those bad cats?
Yes. So you can hit Y to attack him. X, sorry.
That's what I thought. Get out of here. Ow,
Yeah.
she hit me.
Nah.
I hope we won't need any whetstone. Because
You will.
Well, maybe I have some. Maybe I do have some.
These early weapons are. I think you got unlimited whetstone.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
you got
I?
unlimited whetstone. Yep.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, yeah.
That was one of the things they removed from the game.
Ah, look at that. I honestly love the graphics of this.
So nice. It looks really good at sunrise, sunset. We don't need to kill these, but we've already started now.
Might as well get some materials. You still have to harvest them, right?
Yeah. So if you want to, you can jump off pressing B and A to carve.
I am a pro. Oh no!
That's
As
your
I say
RC
that,
mode.
I went.
So your
Yeah,
attacks will be faster. And in that mode, your stamina will deplete. So you just got to be careful and manage that.
to sheath your weapon is Y.
I don't know. I have to. It's weird when you're trying to teach us. You got to slow down and press the button. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all muscle memory for me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I
button,
know, I
press
bet.
the button.
I am but a small child with this game.
Oh, what we're hunting is actually right up this step. Yep.
Oh, it is?
Yep. On the way through, you want to collect as many of these spirit bugs as you can.
Okay. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, and that'll give you a defense boost, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's this? No.
No, it's just up through the doorways.
Oh. I was like,
No,
oh,
that's
it's so
a small
small.
Maggie. The green bugs here will give you extra health, like increase your health bar.
Okay.
That's what we're hunting.
Ooh, nice. Oh, okay. All right.
That one.
Is there any advice
Yeah,
for
there's a
this
shine
one?
drop there. Yeah, watch out for its fireballs.
Perfect. All right. Oops.
Oh, jumping in with the.
I see pro moves.
Nice. Oops, I'm not sure if that's. This is the first time using this weapon in Rise.
Which one are you using now?
I'm using the switch axe. Yeah. I've used it before in World though, so it should be fine.
Oh,
Oof, the roll. Oh yeah, so B rolls out the way if you haven't already figured that out. Try and get this move in once it stops running around like a mad. Ah, I missed it.
I love
Oh, that
the.
was it.
Oh,
Music.
just leave.
So this is a good time to quickly sharpen up. Kill this thing first so it doesn't hurt you. So put your weapon away. can hold left bumper, flick your stick up, and you'll get your whetstone out.
Ah. Oh, hold on.
Go Barnabas.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
Yeah, considering your weapon's in yellow, you want to make sure that's topped up, because if you hit into that orange or red, you're going to start bouncing.
Are you... Well, what level, like, weapon are you using?
I think it's the highest of the low rank.
Oh,
So
nice.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not using the starter gear.
Okay.
But I
at
haven't
least,
put
at
any
least I know
extra
that we'll probably make
I
it
can
out
take
of
a
this
few
alive.
hits. Yeah. Well, I want to go up this way.
Yeah, you lead the way.
Now, oh, there's a green bug here to pick up. Now, there's a bug here. You should be able to jump on this as well. Give us a nice little shortcut. Oh, right into it.
Oh, there he goes. Oh,
Does that work? You come? are
sorry.
you?
I think I'm... Wire bug. Okay, there we go. It wasn't... maybe it's because I was on my dog it didn't work? I don't know.
Yeah, because you have to plant it the first time you've used it.
Wyvern tier. So there's no mounting on this one, right? Or is there?
Yes, there is, but not as much. You have to do some wire bug hits. So the mounting is you actually you pop at them with your silk bind.
Oh, that's right. Oh no. Oh no. Trying to dodge. Started using my whetstone. I love how... I mean, even just this first creature, I love how he looks.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
It's like an angry bin chicken.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, he didn't talk about any bin chickens the entire...
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunate.
I did have a mate who, you got peacocks, right, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a mate who had a peacock that would jump up on their car and scratch at its own reflection. Yeah. But apparently because they're protected, you can't shoot them off, you can't shoot them, you can't do anything. They're just a pest.
Yeah, I've heard also... Oh, I believe... peacocks are pretty...
Brutal? Well, no.
Yeah, they're
Well,
like...
Jet,
They're very
you
aggressive.
need to heal.
Yeah, I just realized that. I'm extra trying.
I don't know if I've got any healing for you.
Okay. No. I've got plenty.
What was that? I'm just going to keep doing this move. Oof. Mate, come on. There you go, got us. Yeah, it really wants me for some reason.
I'm okay with that. Maybe he just knows that I'm new.
It's going easy on you.
Yeah.
Tell you what, this weapon takes so much longer to charge up than it does in World. Damn.
It's so cool that they
Yeah.
just fly off. I love that. Oops.
Hey, what? Ah,
Ow.
it just poisoned me. It's a cane toad.
Whoops. That's not right. Okay, what is the difference between... All right, Sassy Lady Panda, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it, especially on our new thing. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. What is the difference between the different wire bug moves? So there's ZRB.
Yes. So while you're holding ZR, ZRB?
I think...
ZL?
wait.
ZLB?
Oh! Wait. Yes, I think that's what I meant. Whoops. Yep. ZL.
Different moves to different things. I think with yours, one of them will shoot you forward in a hurricane type of attack.
Mm.
Try them now. Hold one of them would be X and one would be A.
Okay, this is X. So okay, that maybe goes
Oh
up.
no, yeah, that'll. I think, and you'll spine grind down them if. Oh no, that's. Oh no, you got to have your weapon out. Sorry.
Oh.
So with your weapon out, without your weapon, X will fire you up, A will fire you across. I think. Yeah. So with your weapon out, you'll do
Oh,
different
whoops.
moves. One of them should be a counter, I think, with you. I'm not 100% sure with.
Okay. Advanced moves.
That's what I've been using. Yeah.
Advanced move. Ooh. Yeesh.
Bird. Gotcha.
Sorry. I forget that we can like stun each other.
Sometimes, yeah.
Right? Like
Or
or like hit each other. I don't know. Unless they got rid of that, then maybe. Heart.
No, you can.
Okay.
All right, now I'm charged up, ready to go. Come on, hit it. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh, not as good as I thought, sadly. On it.
Do you fly away?
He did. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay in one spot for too long, does it?
I didn't even see him leave. He was just gone. All right,
Must have done
let's
some
see.
work. It's gone back to where we just came from.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oops.
and then, so you can either run and climb up that, or you can just use your Y bug.
Wire bug. Okay.
So if you hold ZL, you can look around and press ZR, and it fire you in that direction.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and if you hold A when you do it, so once you're in the air, hold A, and you can hang on the Y bug.
Oh.
And then you can press
Interesting.
B to jump. Press B to kind of roll out of the way.
Cool.
And then you can
okay.
also slingshot yourself again after that too. It'll take 2 Y bugs, but it's a good way to cover distance and get some aerial attacks in.
Oof. Okay, I need to heal.
Missed.
Oh, you can move around and heal. I forgot about that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right.
Because when I played last, you had to just stand still.
What's that? Flashing color. Oh, nice. The head's broken already.
I love that our pets are fighting with us too.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this one, that you can bring your pets in. Everybody. Uh-oh. Fire.
Sorry, I had to sharpen that in a bit.
Alright, it's not nearly dead yet.
What's the story in this one? So we're not like researchers this time, right?
No, the Calamity, I think they call it. No, what do they call it? Rampage. The Rampage is coming and it's aggravating all the monsters and they're sending them towards the village.
That's right.
Look at how long it takes on the low rank stuff to kill.
I know. I know. And I'm
Not too
using
far.
like starter knife or dual blades or whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, how dare you?
Oof.
Gotcha. We haven't mounted this thing yet. Very surprised at that. I'm about to run out of sharpness. I don't know what's left to break on this thing.
This he's after me.
It's tough.
What was the first Monster Hunter game that you played?
4 Ultimate.
Oh, really?
I think I might have played the demo of 3. Didn't like it. Played the demo of 4. Didn't like it. Then a mate got me into it. And, yeah, never looked back. He showed me the ropes.
And then you played World after that?
Yeah, so 4 Generations, World, and now Rise.
Are we capturing or?
Oh, we can do. I can put you out of your misery. Capture this thing.
I don't think I have a trap.
I do.
Okay.
That's right. Wait for it to go to sleep.
Whetstone.
I actually think my green screen looks better on your stream than mine. What wizardry are you using?
I think I upped the similarity on it, so I don't know if like it's looking for more different greens or something. I don't really know. I just used the default green and then I upped
With the poor thing
the
limping back.
similarity slider.
Alright. No, it's coming.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna.
Alright, I'm gonna put a trap. I'm gonna put a trap down over here.
Ooh,
Oof!
fire!
How dare it! I'm just gonna be ready for when it runs into it. Alright, traps down. Hopefully it doesn't fly off. Here it comes.
Nice.
Trinket. Sleep.
Yes. I feel like this is. Wait. Oh, choose to send a light to.
Yes.
Oh, hold to send.
Yes. So you go press my direction. Yep. Now send. More
Oh,
likes
hold
you
down to
give-
send. My bad. There we go.
Yeah. The more likes you give and get, better rewards you get.
Ooh. I look awesome. Even if I don't change my gear, I feel like I look cool.
I think you can wear that armor as a layered set, so you can have that armor forever.
Oh, and that's something like you can. There's like
Yeah,
a lot
fashion
of
hunt.
layered sets, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think almost every armor I think can be layered in this one.
I saw that there's a new one coming out soon, or maybe it's already out, but it's Heihachi, I think, from Tekken.
Yes. I wonder what level you have to be for that. Let me have a look.
I don't know. I saw that and I was like, what?
Let me have a look at the event
Quest
quest.
completed.
Low rank. Birds of a Ruin.
Oops.
That's Monster Hunter Stories 2 one.
Hello.
Oh, you can make a... You know the feline Tsukino who appears in Monster Hunter Stories 2 Rings of... Yeah, she's so cute. Complete this quest and I'll give you materials to forge layered armor to make a palico look just like her.
Oh,
So
no
we can
way.
do that for you.
We can do that one?
And we can also make your palico look like Akami from the game Akami.
Oh, that's right.
But you need to be 2-star for that. So.
Wait, that's too high level for me? Or...
Yeah, at the moment, but not far
Okay.
off.
Okay,
What we can do is do another hunt on yours. And then on my stream, we could get you those armor. Those bits.
Nice. All right, let's do the...
You like content?
What's a good one to do on here?
Any of those with the base. So easy one would probably be... I'll just work away from the top.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember this one. Or this creature anyways.
May the spirits
Now, if you want to upgrade your gear, I don't know if you have enough parts or anything, but we can just hunt this one next if you want.
Yeah, where would I go
Bowfinger.
to upgrade gear?
You can run to the smithy in here. I'll show you in a second.
Okay. I'll eat some food. Oh, I don't have the usual. Okay.
That's all right.
What
So
Is
easy one,
it
right
a-
down the bottom, you should have feline trainer or something. Yeah, that levels up your dogs. The resistance one's always good as well.
Where was?
So you got your dog. So up again.
Yes.
It's for. Sorry, your stream's a touch delayed for me.
Sorry.
It's called Defender. There. Super best nut.
Okay.
Dango Defender high.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And if you want a
There.
chance for a weak monster, go the weak one there. Spud Luck.
Spud Luck. Nice. And what's the feline one you were talking about?
Right down the bottom.
Very bottom?
Yeah, you already got it, I think.
But Buddy's Treat?
Yep.
Okay, great. Then those will be
Yep.
my 3.
Yeah. It levels up your cats and that better.
Ah, there we go. Okay, I registered it also, so that way I can just find it next time.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Oh, sorry, I picked up the question. Wait on me.
That's okay.
Now, I won't do it now on stream, but one day we can set up your items so that you
Yes.
just literally go to your box here. You can dump it quick and pick it back.
Oh,
You just make a loadout and it puts everything back into the box you don't need and pulls out what you do.
yes. Okay, hold on. Let me, before I do... Oh, I should have some room. I don't think I'll get full this time. So, okay.
No, probably not this time.
Depart.
Brilliant.
Okay, let's see.
How do you like the dual blades?
I like them. I like any kind of weapon or
Attack.
a character. Yeah, that's like really fast paced. I like that a lot. I can't, someone suggested some weapon to me on stream the other day, and I was like, here's the thing: is I don't like slow.
Oh, the greatsword, maybe? Yeah.
Maybe that was probably what it is.
It's like a truck, though.
Yeah, I bet it does. Even with like fighting games, there we
Yeah.
go. I like characters that are fast, even if they're not as strong.
Oh, you with it? All right.
Yep.
So we want to go up the path through the middle, to the left, and then the monster we're hunting is in an area. Can't see the number. It's on
What?
it. 6, maybe?
Oh, I don't know what just happened. It looked like you went up the mountain for a second. I was like, where did you just go? But you didn't.
Maybe a bit of lag.
Maybe.
I want that. I just want this. Yeah.
What did you get?
Oh, it's just like a little health bug up there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
then this way there's another one.
I love
I can't believe
this.
we did that whole hunt. And we didn't even mount it last time.
I know.
Extra wire bug here if you want to pick it up.
Where's that? Oh, it is. Oh, I see it.
So that gives you 3.
Yeah. Totally. I was running out.
Alright.
So
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yep.
I swiped too early.
Same. Damn it.
Oh, it has a little bucket of water. Or a bucket.
Yeah, watch out for that. That will hurt if it hits you.
Oh, okay, so he uses it to like... Oops.
Yeah, and you'll bounce most of your attacks off it, unless we make it drop like that. At least these are a bit more. This is a more easier monster than that last one we fought. Harder to hit some places, but
We need to learn the combos.
yeah, it takes a little bit of time to practice it, but Oi, come on, mate.
For some reason, this is like an animal that I feel like I would see in Australia. And if you told
Yeah.
me, oh yeah, we got
Yeah,
these, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Slow down, buddy. Oh, nice stagger. Oh, gosh. Get off me.
He's annoying.
Needs to stay still for a second.
See, I like it when I'm the fast one. But if they're equally as fast...
There he goes. Quick sharpen of the weapon. But you don't need it.
Yes.
I did.
Can you see my...
Oh, I got your stream next to me, so I can see
Oh,
what
I was like, how did you see that? What is this? Is this a bug? Another one? What is this?
that will give you full health, so I wouldn't hit it just yet.
Oh, okay. Yep. I didn't. But I almost did. All right. That makes sense.
You jump up here. If you're running, your dog will climb up most walls. I fell off. If you jump into the wall, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, you can collect all those bugs on the way up.
Trap bugs. What do those do?
Which ones? Trap bugs.
Trap
They're like
bugs?
little thorns you chuck on the ground, and it staggers the monster when it runs into them.
Oh.
Chinese. Oh, nice pro move. Jumping attacks.
I only hit it once, though.
So another button. If you press your right thumbstick in, you'll highlight the monster
Oh.
up in the right there. And then anytime you press the left bumper, it'll switch your camera angle.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good way to keep track of the monster.
Oh, I see. I see.
Uh-oh. Ooh. I need Beta. Is it really running away again?
Dang.
What are we doing wrong, Jet? Why don't they like us?
Why does... Stay with us! Oh, it doesn't seem to be going very far.
Oh no, it hasn't run too far. No, it's right there.
That's right.
Missed him.
Woo! That feels cool, even though I only did 3 damage. It looked... I did a
Which was
cool
fine grind.
wire bug hit.
Yeah, and you went down the spine of it. Oh, it's drooling. Get your hits in. It's tired.
Oh, I'm hitting it.
Oh, I got him.
Oh,
Hit.
is your dog just on its nose? What's happening?
Could be, yep. Go, 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 go. I love how every weapon has a cool feeling move.
Yeah.
This has got to hurt it in a second.
I need to sharpen.
That's not fun for you, is it, buddy? I'm sorry.
Whoa. Your dog is doing some cool stuff right now.
Oh, the chains.
Yeah. Is that an ability that it learned?
No, I think it's just the weapon type it's using.
Oh, that's cool. I want that weapon.
No, I want that weapon.
Forget the dog having that. I want to swing that around.
Yeah, got him to drop it. Oh no! Come here. Where's it going? So blind. Hope he doesn't go too far. Just there.
Okay, let's see. Just gonna might as well sharpen it up.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Thanks. I'll heal.
Is that how do you heal people around you?
I've
that-
got some items that do it.
Okay, cool.
don't know how we haven't been out of mount yet. Oh no! Not like this.
Nice.
Nice. Good stagger. Yeah, up until the other day when I dusted back off again, made this armor set, I hadn't played this for quite a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I've done all the content. There's a couple of new download contents I haven't done yet.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you like grinded this pretty hard when it came out, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, right in the face. That was perfect. Oh, I saw you hit it too.
I'll try that again. And let's hit it a little bit.
Come on, latch on. Right in the face.
Ooh.
Oh, that's some good damage. We can capture.
It's not tired yet, though, right? Or is it?
It's not tired, but it's nearly dead though.
Okay.
So if we stand on the trap, there we go. Crank it.
Nice. You make that so easy. I know that if it was just me, I would be. I'd have some trouble.
Panicking.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, it's a shiny you can pick up.
Ooh. I think I got it.
Send.
I think I got it.
Oh, okay. GG.
GG. So much fun. Alrighty. So, the plan here. Well, one, thank you for helping me do that.
That's okay.
I believe. Oh, I need to before I do this. Just take all.
Yeah, take all our goods.
Okay, looks like my buddy increased level. It looks like.
Very nice. Yeah, you had that booster on.
Right. Okay, so I think the plan here is we are going to stop this stream for now, but we are going to raid into yours.
Correct.
And we're going to continue playing Monster Hunter over there. So before we leave, I just want to say thank you again, Talonis, for joining me here on the very first.
Very
Jetwave.
first, indeed.
Hopefully more to come. I appreciate it.
Absolute honor.
It's been a lot of fun. I had fun at the very least, even
I had fun too.
if everyone would be like, "This is the worst." I would still be like, I had a lot of fun. So I think we'll probably do this again at some point, and would of course obviously love to have you back here too, because I think everyone would like
I'd
that
love
as
to
well.
be back. See
so
where I am
anyway,
in 12 months' time.
right, and a year from now we'll do this again, of course, and also have we'll play some Final Fantasy 14 as promised.
Oh yeah, that's right. I already forgot about it.
Perfect. All right. Well then, if you want, you can leave to go set up your stream, make sure it's all up. I'm going to just say like the thank yous and all that stuff, and then once I see that your stream is there, I will go ahead and head that direction. But thank you again, Talonis, for being here and hanging out. Appreciate.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and see you very soon. Right.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. So we are. Oh, just ignore that. We're gonna go over here. I can close this. I can close this now. So everybody, I hope you had a good time. We are. This was kind of an idea that I've had. Talon still plays Final Fantasy 14. He does, I believe, as much as I've heard, anyways. But everyone, thank you guys so much for being here today on the very first, like I said, the very first Jetwave. I've had this idea for like maybe a couple months after I started streaming. I was like, I would love to interview some streamers and like the friends that I've met and everything, and so I'm glad that it has finally come to fruition, in some form. I'll have to go back through the VOD and make sure that it looked okay and that everything at least worked. I'm sure by the next one there will be some tweaks here and there of the designs and things. Like Talonis said earlier, I can kind of nitpick at a lot of the designs for a bit, and then at some point realize, you know what? I doubt that anybody even is paying attention. Like, is paying it so much attention that they'll be like, oh, I see that these things are just a pixel off, you know. So I get kind of, I don't know what the word is, just very hung up on some of the little details. But I had a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed yourselves. It seems like we had a lot of people here who were asking questions, and I love that. There's already, I've got kind of like some ideas of maybe who might be like the next peoples, but we're going to, it'll kind of be, I want this to be not a super regular thing. So it'll be a few weeks before we get back to this. I want them to be kind of special things, and so maybe once or twice a month is kind of what I'm thinking, twice at most. And then we will likely see the times change quite a bit. It might be like it was a Friday this time because it worked out for Talonis' schedule, but we might see it be like just some other random day for, you know, another streamer if that works best for them. And if we can raid into their channel for their stream, even better. So we'll kind of see. Today it ended up being about 3 hours, but very likely, you know, I'll probably be shooting for like 2.5-ish, sort of. I feel like that's a good goal. But thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys had fun. Had a blast. Solid name. Wait, are you talking about Stormblood? Amazing. But thank you again, Talonis, for being here. I really appreciate it. So we are going to, like I mentioned, once I see Talonis has gotten on, we will go ahead and throw him the raid. We'll continue this over there. But again, thank you guys for being here. And let me go through and give some thank yous really quick. Sorry that we weren't like super focused on the chat, but I think that just works better for the conversation. But even before stream, Gimmick, thank you so much for that follow. Axiom Runner for the raid at the very beginning. Maluna Play, thank you so much for resubscribing. I really appreciate it. You've been subscribed for 6 months. Kahuna Dad, welcome in. Thank you for that sub. And Jacko, thank you for that follow. Jakian, thank you for the raid. And those bots, no thank you to you. No thank you to you guys. All right, I believe Talonis is already on. So we are going to go ahead and let me start the raid. I hope you guys will join us over there for some even more. Let's see. Perfect. We're going to go ahead, get that started. But if you guys like this, you know, love to hear some feedback. If you think something could be different, if something wasn't working right, let me know. This is kind of as a new project, lots of different, you know, juggling a lot of different parts and pieces to this new series. So it would just be helpful. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's see. I think the countdown is going. I'm going to go ahead and switch to our goodbye screen, but I'll see you guys over there hanging out more with Talonis and playing some Monster Hunter. So please join us. I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for joining us on this Jetwave. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.